Ekele m Chukwu okike abịa ma onye mere ka m ihe nke taa. Ana m asị ekele niile bụrụ nke gị, ọjịja mma niile bụrụ nke gị, otuto niile bụrụ nke gị. Eze ndị eze nọ na-ekele. A sị m ebe m na-adị ndụ aga m ejire gị ozi. Ana m ewere ụbọchị taa na-etife gị n'aka nsọ gị. Ana m ewere ndị mụ na ha na-anọkọta ude ekwukọ okwu na-etife n'aka nsọ gị. Ana m ewere maazị Nnamdị ka na-etife n'aka nsọ gị. M na-arịọ n'isi ogologo ndụ narị isi ike. Ma ewere Simon ịkpa na-arịọ na-etife n'aka nsọ gị. Ana m asị gị ogologo ndụ narị isi ike n'ime ndụ ya. Our deputy prime minister Dr. Ngozi Arabeze ogologo ndụ narị isi ike n'ime ndị ya. More wisdom ka m na-arịọ. Ọ dị ije ndị Biafra nsapụndaghachi ogologo ndụ narị isi ike. Ndị amị Biafra ana m asị chebe ha, kpuchite ha nna n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ma ise 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 ise. Good morning ụmụ Chineke. Good morning onye ọbụla. Ọ bụ masị ụbọchị taa mara unu mma. Olee otu unu mere? Unu abụọla chi? Unu abụọla chi? Ọkwa nwanne unu akụ ABC onye amụma ahụ mbụ Lion. Unu
ka anyị nọzi n'elu ihe na mbụ na mbụgodo ihe m chọrọ ime ka Ngozi Orabeze mata ya bụ eziokwu. Ọbata obi atụkwara nga terorizm 6 years terorizm. Ị nwere idea ada? Ọbata obi Simon Ekpa Finland tụrụ ya nga 6 years for terrorism. Ị nwere idea?
Okay, for editing ọpụtago.
Mba ihe na-ekwu ihe dị na news ka na-eme analyze.
Okay.
Because enwere ihe some people enweghị idea. Ha just na-agba kpere. Finland tụrụ ya nga 6 years for terrorism. Ngozi Orabeze bụ chief of staff Simon Ekpa bụ the chief of terrorism. So Ngozi Orabeze nwere question to answer because ọma ihe mere ọbata obi eji were mee terrorism. O so were support ọbata obi na terrorism o mere. So ọ bụrụ ọmụnwa bụ lawyer, Ngozi Orabeze nwere question to answer.
Yes.
Because mgbe niile ahụ Simon Ekpa dey terrorize ebe niile ahụ ọ dị-eme terrorism ahụ Ngozi
Orabeze so ya
kee ihe o mere.
And onye nwa Ngozi Orabeze na-negotiate ihe that place maka chief of staff.
Nyanwa chief of staff to Simon Ekpa who the terrorist atụrụ nga 6 years. Then Okechukwu Nkere alias Isaiah Anyaogu who the finance minister na-eweta ego Simon Ekpa ji terrorize ndị ọ na-terrorize. So which means I been a terrorism case. One person and her carry terrorism here like that. One person name in no begin to change and begin with a brave one a street, but we show the mother. I had to away each but the plan terrorist city to a very pen a court. What is evidence from everywhere? The chief of staff will respond to normal. I am.
Yes.
So the court possibly may invite.
Sure.
I'm going to invite a phone number. I got for communication. Young one over to be at the plan. I saw the terrorists over to be at them. More results also not over to be only make terrorists. Okay, we are Chieko, Simon Ejiheko. Okay, we are take terrorists. So before I just send the ega terrorist, Simon is a terrorist now. Oh, when Catania Simon para before I send the Simon they go to terrorist. And when both jams also Simon plan when you that. So Hane me when you Hane move, how if that is what goes around comes around.
Sure.
Hane feel na Simon Ekpa. I can make this one by one. They have questions to answer. Because that is how it works. When we put on the office now, and when the case is something they do. I got you know, I got you know, I'm going to Chinese pass release day, but I got you know, Gain him about this particular thing. Gain him about ejide ya phone, got to your phone. But communication even with that person. Must say when other people in on a plan for some way is. Can carry on that terrorism man had to decide money. So we are here watching them. In the multi years on them, people basara gozola base. Also be literate or be educate. According to the information they here in a public data. On a Twitter handle, and not very educate.
If I call Ngozola Base a terrorist, una go tell me why they call her terrorist. Tell me, which terrorist pass this war? Now I ask you question. Which terrorist pass this war? Ngono na Ngozola Base way terrorist, una say no terrorist. But same terrorist kalerenka. Na madi dey go whistle. So if I call Ngozola Base a terrorist, una go tell me why they call her terrorist. Tell me, which terrorist pass this war? Now I ask you question. Which terrorist pass this war? Ngono na Ngozola Base way terrorist, una say no terrorist. But same terrorist kalerenka. Na madi dey go whistle. So go watch AK-47. Have you seen that? Or money they go whistle. If only AK-47 batabegi, ibugi, iso, fuzeje na whistle. Whistle angwala the person they be solo. Adeba mbabugi. Ngozola Base say na we na chuje surrender with the whistle. Have you seen who is surrender? An AK-47, somebody with AK-47. You surrender that person with the whistle. Okoya to from court.
Obi ezediyan. Obi ezediyan. Obi ezediyan.
Omo Akineku. Obi-Wan, not Obi.
Obi-Wan. Okay. Obi Ndewo. Ototoma.
The last time, which was actually my first time, it's Kwamo Obieze in Awakwa. I don't know. Is it showing Obieze?
Mbona show you Obi-Wan. Ima Obieze a bad guy, you know. Oh, when you get change after ya go be one. So he will be mad because forgive him. No, you will be anyway.
No, like anything Obi-Wan. Only no voice there from the other side.
Yes.
Well, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even self, I like Rico Obieze ourselves, but let's debate this whole thing. You know,
Okay,
on the other side.
Okay,
the only thing that, no, those kind of a thing. Imaga, anyway, something that is going on that I said it before. When you keep yourself to be used, a use Wogi.
Yes.
At that time is very vulnerable. Very, very, very vulnerable. And what attaches so much emotion to this struggle. And that's why Oji is so easy for her to be manipulated.
Yes.
So she thinks that everything is about fighting. Like the moment I stopped, actually, I started getting irritated listening to Ada was when, or should I say, in a general form, anybody that always condemn without a solution is not helping. Obona nchibiro business kita mbogike help them, and every time when I make a step, it's him na yen nemeli menka sim na yen nemeli na ni umugo. You are not teaching me anything the way forward. All you do is to condemn the step that I make. I can be much more better than you because I have to try first. I need to make the mistake so that I can learn from it. The
Yes.
principle of this life, of this world, akwụkwọ asị na anyị bịara ụwa ego, but that na if you continue making a mistake, you will be repeating that mistake like you are in a class.
Yes.
Ego JS1, in an exam, you will repeat again. You repeat until you learn. Then you get to the next level. That's how this thing works. Then the guy should understand that the stage now this struggle, they so strange to some of these guys. Bidoro ihe IPOB or from Wazirike. Or the very, very strange. They think that it's a maybe embo. That's why you can see men on ground being so comfortable to be in the bush.
Right.
They don't want to have a proper barracks or office that they can patrol, and in the every end of the day they can go back to their family and have a good meal and sleep and come to work the next day. They just want to remain there. Mosquito nata, name of agitation. So for how long, how many years can you be agitating? At some point, you're supposed to grow to the next level because that's why you started the agitation in the first place.
Yes.
Then now, Ngozi Orabeze tuptalo whistle Ada condemn one because onwebe anything USB email Ada at least on who be mbọsọ ọnụ gide kwukene nke a na-emetere is all about what nke emete here. So ọgwụgodi na whistle, let's say na Ngozi Orabeze tuptara aro whistle, we can't just not be doing anything. We should be trying anything that is possible. Even idea with anything that you have to contribute on with that might work because we have so much advantage at this point of our. Now let me give you an example of what I want to say now. I was watching one reality program. I don't know if you have Netflix. You can check of one case of Senso Mali something. I don't know. I've forgotten the surname, but the guy is Bafana goalkeeper, South African national team. Then on Abokwa goalkeeper to Pirate Club. Now the guy was shot. The house of the side chick's mother's house. Hunter no Nemo, but there was a gunshot. They killed that guy. So why I'm bringing this up, you can just go look at it on Netflix, and it's a very, very long, interesting case in South Africa. That was there, not now. The person openly be opposite the house, was a retired policeman. And he had a noise that some people were fighting until someone shot a gun. What did that ex-policeman do? He whistle. He took a whistle. He started blowing. Now, check in a community at night. Na village yotua. Fulani we wabodo fu house. Mgbe whistle bu n'abalị, ọ dịrọ ka ọ ga-ejefa. So now when you check about it, if that now they are comparing Neji Weso Eja Jiebwe, but they don't understand the main reason the Weso is important. That is for alerting, not for fighting. Mbwebo ana akụ ikolo ma nnekwu mmadụ nwụọ in the village. Even ndị ụka na-akụ bell before aba ụka is a sign of alert. And that's why the reason why I'm telling you all these things is for you to understand how strange the level I know now did to them.
Yes, I
Because
understand.
we still have a very the only luck that we have now is that now I think people go la are they go involved in this struggle,
Yes,
just like the most important reason, or the most the Ngozi Orebeze is in charge in this struggle at this particular moment is actually her calling. Because why I say so is that Simon Ekpa might might wouldn't have handled this case very well. Probably only Simon name hot temper or
yes,
maheku.
yes,
But Dr. Ngozi is a psychiatrist. She understands about people's mindset, how people react to some certain issues and stuff. And that's why she was able to encounter whatever Ada Neme, because Ada, with whatever you can hear the woman saying, you can actually understand that she's not part of the struggle anymore.
yeah, yeah,
She either she's trying to make money, or she is just using the gullible ones that she can use that are interesting. For me, I used to listen to her because sometimes she does entertain with the way she speaks and stuff. But based on there's nothing fruitful that this woman is saying that is actually making sense to me, because what we all need now is what next? What next? And I can assure you that these guys, they came late. They came late because the world is evolving now. Things are changing drastically. Go to Nepal now. The people are out in the street. The same thing the NSAS people did, and the military came and shot them, killed some of them. And at the same time, up until now, I won't be any judgment for those people. But look at those people there. Their military was there, just looking at them, just allow them. If a prime minister now also politicians now also military never get involved. And that was the point where Nigerian soldiers should have been when during the NSAS. But it's so unfortunate that they have been compromised, and that's why they couldn't do anything. And bet me, Nigeria is falling. Nigeria will fall because it's not a solid foundation, and the foundation has cracked so deeply. When you think about ethnic wars, anọgide akụkpọ ụlọ ndị Igbo, Peter Obi apụta ịbịa president because no onye Igbo. So the hatred that they go, so it can, no matter how you keep patching it, and the country or the government of the country is not even helping matters. They keep committing crime upon crime on top of the. Can you imagine charging minors for treason? You want to overthrow the government. You can see those kids in the court sharing granite and a bottle of water. So if how insane some certain people, and these people don't know that Nanye Muluganya, because it seems like once you leave Nigeria and travel abroad, that is when you understand that now Tegundi Alibegi. There is nothing you can gain from that government. And yet they keep promising you that tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow, a snake will swallow money. And 2 weeks, the case is gone. Next week, monkey go swallow money. The thing is gone. I just need shift here. They once the one can have kata obele, and I no go too much, and you put another one, then you cover the other one. Nigeria can never revolute. Okay, for Gen Z is Nigeria. Onye ya apụta ịbịa revolute na Nigeria at all for the country, no matter how they try. The people that could have done that is people from the East. And they know that that was why they decided to carry those people welu ndị Hausa, welu ndị Fulani amaya, welu anokwasa n'elu ndị a. But the reason why Nigerian people cannot revolute is because the only thing about Ndi Igbo, this is Nigeria, was just our body. Our spirit has left. So whatever that is going on, whether Nigeria wants to be good today or it wants to be good tomorrow, that is their own cup of tea. But bank me on this. There can never be a revolution. The only thing, if there should have been a revolution in Nigeria, what should have been happening now is the people of Nigeria should have been advocating and protesting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why I say this is because there are so many things Nnamdi Kanu said about the country is happening now and has happened. None of them knew that Tinubu would be president, but Nnamdi Kanu said it would be. So they actually saw, they have seen, they understood that this man is not lying. They understood that somebody wants to silence this particular person. They understood that Nnamdi Kanu said that you will be laughing and they will take over. They even gave them an example of a lorry. They already saw the truth. Yet, none is protesting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if they knew what they are doing, they should have known that the key of revolution in Nigeria lies in the hands of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because it was because of him that they even tried to revolute. It was because of him they even lasted that long. If not for him, because we need to be educated, we need to be taught things that we don't know. Nnamdi Kanu becomes so special that Ndi Igbo since we become Ndi Igbo by ihapu business and for an individual. No. Nnamdi Kanu crossed that Rubicon because Nnamdi Kanu decided to learn from what they did to Wazirike. He took advantage of what we had now because we have so much opportunity now. We have so many. That's why Simon Ebasi said that we will defeat Nigeria in different ways, different dimensions. That is what we will take. And when you check it now, legally, Nnamdi Kanu on a court to Nigeria. If you know win, Simon Eba Nona Finland, which I will say international kind of court, because now people will be looking, actually connecting what is happening to Simon Eba to what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. The third one, Ngozi Orebeze, is outside. Kwechiri Sieke. Now, the only thing they have to do, or the only card they want to play, is to tell Ngozi, kelebe amiano, keliho neme, ane buchasinde by. They just want her to do the same thing. Ejiwe Mazi Simon Eba to do the same thing, and I accuse Nnamdi Kanu. So that what? Because at Bagunalo FBI, they even said it here. Then Adana DPM terrorists. What do you think that would have happened if na anogide si na Ngozi send ndị nwa ejegbobusie ndị nwa emekasịa? Don't you think that by now ha ka esegoro video were na-ewejere ndị America apụtazia bido, not that na ejide Ngozi or whatever, but the oye delay kwa, just like you can see that na Simon Eba ejide with some certain things. You can attest to that. Certain things all delayed that could have been happening by now, but it's all way of God planning its own things. But because all I know is that we are already home. In the last 10 years. enwe mgbe ada ekwudo okwu Biafra, enwe mgbe iweta ego Biafra ị na-ezu ya ezo, enwe mgbe you can't even mention about Biafra, you only hear that. But this time around, our flag is flying so high, and they can actually feel the tsunami coming. They can actually understand that the Japan of Africa is about to rise. So they buy panic now, because this time around, any country that does not change, Middle East is changing. That is what Israel is fighting now. Even though some people are supporting, I don't care who you support, but I try to understand the narrative, to understand the fact of whatever that is going on before I can blame Mr. A and still blame Mr. B. But you just have to understand any action that you take. What was the reason that you took this action? Middle East is reshaping itself. Every country is getting itself back. So it's time for anybody that actually loves the love of Nigerians and Biafrans and their loved ones should start to advocate for the breakup of Nigeria. But they should understand that whether they like it or not, aya analugo no udo dị lonu.
Dịrịkwa gị Maazị Chukwu gozie gị. Adị m very happy gị nwe ịbịakwa n'ụtụtụ abịakwa bịa kụziere anyị ihe nke anyị na-amaghị. Chukwu gozie gị. Mgbe ọbụla nwekwara time gị na-abịakwa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ana m ewere ohere a na-ekele Maazị Eze ụtụtụ ọma. Ana m ekele Mọmị Ngo ụtụtụ ọma. Ana m ekele Asa ụtụtụ ọma. Asabirikwe ihe adị. Ana m ekele Maazị Kevin Birikwo ihe adị. Ndewonu. Eze, go ahead. Ka ị na-achọ ka anyị na-eyiwe ihe anyị jiri bịa first before gị ịmalite abi? Eze chekie your gadget. Ọ dịghị sharp. Ọ na-akrakị akrakị. Eze ụtụtụ ọma.
Let me go at that.
Okay. So, Nne Ngo gụnwa onye bụ ụzọ before Asa na Maazị Kevin. Ka m play iwe ihe m jiri bịa first before unu emewe contribution kele ụmụ Biafra.
Okay, ngwa.
Asa, ama m ị na-ekele ụmụ Biafra.
Nna m ka m kelee n'ụmụ Biafra.
Ndewo.
Akụ Ebisi, ndewo.
Ụtụtụ ọma.
Ekenekwa m na ụmụnne m ndị nọ na studio, mụ na ha nọ ebe a. Nwada Ngo, ụtụtụ ọma. O tegokwa aka Nwada Ngo. Ekenekwa Ngo tego aka ezi ada. Ya mara gị mma. Ụmụnne m ndị nọ na comment section. Ekenesia m ọnụ, asị m ụtụtụ ọma. Onye ọbụla rienu na nke unu shiri. Onye ọbụla rie na nke o chiri, ụmụnne m. Ya mara na anyị mma. Daalụ na ụmụnne m. Remember to like, remember to share, so that the evangelism will go viral. So that at least this video, so that so many people will hear about it, so many people will be liberated, so many people will benefit from it. So just a quick one. I just want to just one thing. I thank the first speaker, Amadi Mafe Abiko Nwannem. Daalụ Maazị
Obi-Wan. Maazị
Obi-Wan. Thank you so much. You spoke well. Just one place I just want to touch, where you said the people that are destroying what we are doing. That no, had not used to. I don't know how you put it, but had not used to the system. Had not used to the system, and that's why they are comfortable staying in the bush. That's why they are comfortable. That's why the people who are destroying, they are used to. No, I don't believe they are used to that. It's not about being used to the system of zoo. No. It's about who they want and who they don't want. This freedom is not on anybody's head. We always say this. Nnamdi Kanu said it. Mazi Simon Ekpa said it. Dr. Ngozi Orabeze is as well saying it. When we understand this, it will be easy for us to fit in at any particular point in time anybody is leading. It's easy for us to switch in. It's easy for us to support whoever that we see that is courageous to be in the front leading. I don't know. Why is it that whenever the person in the front is being called for, maybe you can use arrested. Whenever the person in the front is being arrested, people will just start doing as if they don't learn anything, as if they did not learn anything from that person. It happened in the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 2021. He was abducted. You saw this division that is going on here now. That time, you saw it massively. What caused the division? They don't want Mazi Simon Ekpa to breathe, knowing fully well that it is only that Mazi Simon Ekpa that can do the do. They know it, but they kept insisting DOS structure, talking nonsense, So it's not about being used to the system. It's about the habit of not having the habit of hatred, the habit of jealousy. The habit is in them. I think it's inborn in Igbos. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. Igbo sabos is inborn in them. It's spiritual. If they cannot be like you, they try to bring you to their level by sabotaging, by saying all manner of propaganda against you, So these are who they are. Igbos. So it's not about being comfortable or being used to the system. No. If we are being used to the system, at least when onye ga-ekwuzi n'okwu ịpụta there, anọrọnụ there and many are within the zoo. But for the fact, they understand that they don't need to be in that system and they want to go their separate ways. Now, their problem is that jealousy of onye ga-abụ eze, who will lead. That is their problem. And Amaracha Aneme, that is their problem. Understanding the truth, but they chose to lie, that is their problem. Just like you were saying, Obieze to come in this platform for debate. Amaracha Aneme, that is their problem. Obieze knows the truth, but chose to be lying. You can't debate with such a person, with such character. You can't. We did it here. We called him in. Yeah, we did. We brought him in. What did he do? All the questions, he chose the other way around, Connie to answer it. You will be irritated. hearing such person. So you can't stand 1 minute or 2 minutes or even more to debate with such person. It's not done, because instead of people learning anything from such debate, people will start being angry, leaving the stage. Is that what we want? No, it's not what we want. So the better ground to get this thing done is a ground where everybody's mind will be relaxed, no sentiment attached. See everybody as yourself, that you want this freedom just like others want this freedom. Anything that is moving, let us push it. Just like you will hear Ugo 247 yabbing and yanning, Miss Yanning talking rubbish. One mouth will be saying, make peace. The other mouth will be saying, leave them if they don't want to work with you. What a nonsense. What a nonsense. So, my dear brother, thank you so much. It's just that part that I want to touch a little bit, and we move. As they continue.
Okay. Humble, let me just throw a little bit of light. And I think I can't remember, but I think what I said was the level we are in now, they are not used to it. Probably, I think that was what I said. I don't know. But I think why I made that statement, most of the buy intentionally just want to sabotage things. They hatch or Hasi America or London, Nata, Hachila Kwomo Haisi, Chinyandi no. Or ka afọ ya nọ ya na-asala ha moto, or elu na harvest and bazaar ka ma na ha si obodo oyibo nata. So they need that respect to be given to them. So some do that intentionally. But another part is you can only operate or function within the level of the circle that you are in. And because I believe that most of us, that most of the Baijel Obodo was actually never actually believed that there can be steady electricity in Nigeria or in the whole world. But when they went abroad, they got to understand that life is more to what they know in Nigeria. So when I said that the level I now, they are not used to, I'm even suggesting that Canada may Biafra self, because I suppose in where orientation camp for the buy, because let me tell you one thing, society NESO, a change mindset people. Just like when you have a culture, it's no to can be put or na before in no wine here jenabala. You already have that mentality of that belief. Only also with thing into that thing that you know. Or as in Andy Boon Nelieke, Nandi Ade Lieke, Nandia Nelimbe. Manije China, if not China, no way so. So the more you widen your surroundings, the more what the eyes sees, the more your brain expands. So somebody like Ada didn't go to school. She's just a cleaner. So when Ngozi operates to a certain level, or Simon operates to a certain level, that level is strange to them. Just like Ada might think that Nihai Nemebe Umunna meeting, or Nano Neba na Elazo Nahia, or it's all about a corner. But if you can see that only Silo Genkerike to actually do what he's supposed to do, because he doesn't know what he's doing. He don't know the right button to press. And he doesn't want to give space for people that knows what to do to be there, because they've already created an office for themselves. So I think what I meant by that is, oh, they are fault, but that's why sometimes you encourage people to travel, move around, see things, interact with people. You can actually find those things that you think that is a taboo. It becomes something of learning that you can actually observe and put together and say, oh, okay, this, I used to see this like this, but it's not like. By that time, do you remember that night? Even mmiri choice ị na-ekpe ekpere ka NEPA were ọkụ because of amụma ịgbali transformer. So many people we did that. But when you live abroad, if you turn diagnosis, yet ọkụ ga-adị steady. Now you've already acquired some certain knowledge as well that, okay, this is how this thing is. But some people are just so static in that the same circle that they are in. They don't want to. If their problem is that not that they don't want to learn, but they feel like they are entitled to that position. Ada Diorama was part of the media people, but she did not study journalism. She doesn't understand that for you to be a journalist, there are ethics, there are things that you have to know. You should understand that you are passing out information that can kill or save life. And when actually now, the government might have the first-hand information about it. How much put on a television and start telling people that na tsunami ya bata n'obodo kwalisie ndị mmadụ na nkewa. You might cause they have to first of all think about the commotion that will happen in the airport or any way people can live. All they have to do is that they will find a normal somehow just how to control the traffic for people to live, because people will even die more because of stampede. So that's why there's some certain things you have to know, especially when you are in the position to give information outside. People's brain are different. The way they understand things are different. And when they talk, this is A, this is B, this is C, before they understand what you are saying. When Doyabo equal from 1 to 10, they know that you counted 2, 3, 4, but silently. So that's how this thing works. So I wouldn't want to be misunderstood when I said that we really need reformation. The Bai need reformation. If maybe after getting Biafra, for us to start thinking like, I wouldn't say thinking like human being. We all think like but,
anyway,
you know,
honestly,
you understand what I mean?
understand. I understand the way I understand the angle you are coming from, but remember that this teaching you are talking about have been already done very, very well, absolutely very, very well by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. None of us, I mean, almost everybody would
No,
testify that
Nnamdi Kanu did not teach. Nnamdi Kanu awakened our mind.
that is
Nnamdi
about the
Kanu,
teaching. That is the teaching that wakes
it's a
away.
different thing. It's a different thing. For instance, Chitembe Buhari was president. Okay, Mana Buhari, when they introduced war against indiscipline, Ibia, when you first come, first serve. Those are the things that you put in. I don't know how it is, because on a very good day, even now, if I go to KFC to go buy KFC, own a mayor here, bia mbulie uzo bia oya nom nazo. So but those kind of thing is not by week in na let's say na KFC na buy in all national line. Governor Soludo bia a see na window more week more ben na be say for a chuposi and them just because. So those kind of orientation anyway, due to that now we were born in Nigeria, and once you are born, the country is telling you that you are your own local government chairman. That is the first thing you have to get comfortable with in Nigeria, that you are your own every country that is working, the power should be going to the local government, because those are that place is where the locals are. The government are the people. So when you see most of these things that is happening, if Osikike is in Nigeria, citizens are corrupt. Inside our mind, we have that little corrupt mindset that we learned from where we come from. Even lying. And when they are there, there are some certain things. Maybe only buo madu wayo. Nalo madu ego na account ya. As no Yahoo boys. Imokana on eme Yahoo. Imokana on analon the madu. But you commend it. You commended knowing that this guy is fraud. Na assume na maga kugo. Or pension no matter kada guy na no matter. And probably the person decided to die. But where you are, if fully as it's not our fault. So we have that little tiny things, just like how we design our place. And we're little details in it in a street to make the street to be beautiful. By our road. Fine. Mana ha mazi that na ihe mere obodo oyibo ji mma bụ na ịbịa na street, when you design street, and some certain things that you put to make that street to be more audible. So we all need that, but it's not something that happens immediately. Nnamdi Kanu came in and did something different. I learned from why they caged Owazurike. Owazurike was messed up because he never informed our people. Owazurike just build or tout. Chokwa Kanu Takuya Nogo. Nnamdi Kanu came in. Make use of the internet. And now Bido sanitize our mindset. You have to know who you are before and the is na you have to understand exactly who you are before you can actually be able to harness the energy that you have inside you to manifest.
Honestly, you're still saying the same thing. That's who you are, is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. The orientation have been done, the teaching have been done. Mazi Simon Ekpa still came up and did the same thing with all the expositions. Opening our minds and eyes, changing our mentality, calling it changing the narratives. They did all of that. What you are seeing is driven. Mazi, hang on. What you are seeing is driven by jealousy. Take it to the bank. Is driven by jealousy. Who I want to be the one and who I don't want to be the one. Who I like and who I don't like. That is jealousy. Driven by jealousy, hatred. About the teaching and sensitizing or whatever, it has been done by by our previous two leaders. Okay? They knows what they are doing. Adocho knows what he is doing. Mazi Simon Ekpa Noya na that position that day and on na pass the bill of self-defense. Mazi Simon Ekpa said Adocho, wait, let me explain. Even if it takes Mazi Simon Ekpa 1 hour to explain things for Adocho, she will keep calm and listen after everything. Before but because of like that was why she was sounding that way, disrespectfully sounding the way she sounded. So it's driven by jealousy and hatred. That's what I want you to know. What about sensitization? Very, very well. Can testify about it.
Do you know why I'm sad about Ada Diarama? It's not because I'm not sad for Ada. Why I'm bringing it up for you to know exactly angle I'm coming in. I'm not sad for Ada because probably she was built like that. On a cuffed brain. Ada will be those kind of people, they like love. They like love. They mother Ada love also. But when you tell them something, when the information is going inside the brain, before the information gets to the medulla oblongata or corvo. So, but I am sad for the people that bring out their time to actually listen to or say that is where my sadness is. What they about how she behaves. She can do whatever she likes. She can ofonya de her. Or those ones, those gullible ones that actually sit down there and listen to her and encourages her for all those things. Some of them are encouraging her because they are misinformed. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the things that we have to sanitize at least. Why? People in the buy in a reason somehow. That's it.
That's the
Thank
one.
you. You can have a different opinion anyway.
Humble. Biko, when you come back, ụtụtụ ọma nọ. Ụtụtụ ọma nọ ndị mụ na ha nọ na room. Yeah, so it's the one ụtụtụ ọma, Ada Satin ụtụtụ ọma. Ndị ọzọ jizi foto. Oh, Obi-Wan. Okay, Obi-Wan ụtụtụ ọma. Ya dịrị anyị na mma. Oh, Real Biafra TV, nna m ụtụtụ ọma. Biko ụtụtụ ọma nọ. N'ihi na comment section ụtụtụ ọma o subirigo batabanụ. Biko nụ like ya nụ. Share and subscribe, please. Unu share this program now. No na village. Abịa nụrụ teaching. Anọ Igbo ka o ji teaching. Biko nụ ụmụ nwanne m, o nwere nchọ ihe unu biko. Ọ bụrụ na ọ dị ọkwa mma na atụnye ọkwa ọnụ biko ka anyị na-eweli nụ ya 5 minutes biko nụ, and onye kwuchiere 5 minutes ochere onye ọzọ ekwue, so that na okwu na-abịa before na-agbafu n'uche mmadụ. Anyị a ga-eji na-eweli ya 5 minutes because na ndị mmadụ ga na-alike ị na-abịa na contribute because na this room.
Nwada 5 minutes bukwara ibu. People ga-etikwa ọnụ n'okwu a buru ibu. 2 minutes dị
okay ka so ya ka anyị esi onye biko ka anyị mee and unu fụ na today na anyị ma ọkwa ya na nwanne anyị ga-abịa, so na onwe ya o ji abịa bụ Real Biafra TV. Ọ na-abịa and biko ka ihe na ya chance ka o chichiche osizia question time onye inwe contribution onye a contribute that imepe ya mic i jump onto ihe ọ na-ekwu ọ na-delay. Otu nwanne m Adatina si wee kwu 2 minutes biko unu ka anyị wele like that. And humble biko achọrọ m ịyọ gịnị ọ bụrụ na ị ga-suspend ihe anwa ibute ị ga-akpọ ọ bụrụ na ọ dịghị mma n'obi i suspend ya so that n'abalị ka anyị were nke anwa wee nọọ n'abalị nnugo biko ọ bụrụ na ọ dịghị mma n'obi ụtakọ achọrọ m isi wee kwuo. And nwanne m nwoke kwuo okwu a na ihe Ada Asati na-agwa gị is written. Ada nọgo n'obodo Igbo how many years? Ọ sị na last born ya dị 16 years. Ihe agwazi m 5 children ka o ji. Ada ya nwaanyị ga-adị afọ one. This is a jealousy because na ọ bụ na m nwa na-akwu gị okwu ama m ihe bụ Biafra before. Although na ana m anụ Biafra beti ndị nna anyị ha na-akọwala anyị the details duto n'ụjọ na-ajụ ha and onye dị bold apụta o tichigo ụmụ ihe ndị a and onye sịkwa na nke nna anyị ka na-etichi dị enough not enough nke ọbata obi teach not enough and na nke ụmụ nwanne m na-anọkwa na total space not enough. And anyị nwa and many independent my brothers and sisters is not enough. Biko anyị need more ga-apụta anyị just biko na ha kere ọrụ eke. Ọ bụ na onye pụta this teaching onye were ya teach be so that ka before anyị na-ana na Biafra biko na anyị na-ana na Biafra constitution dị there and teaching ga na-aga but ha ga-eji the law wee na-etichi. So onye mana ọ dịghị enough biko onye nwapụta volunteer because na anyị adịghị enough now. Anyị adịghị enough. Anyị need more hand. Ifụgo ụta ka nsị chọọ ekwuni ekelekwa m unu nwechukwu okike abịa ma bulikwenu.
Chief nọ na link here. Chief, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
I greet you. I greet everybody and Tingo and Asatina. And my brother Kurukulas Ekanamo Oyabuna. I have Tawakaisha Pata. Asna Ezuka Hiru de la Atochunguga. And Tingo Ayogondin on the comment section. Yokwa everybody. Like share this thing go viral. Because you hear every Kuru. Ihe nwere ike ịbara ụmụ Biafra uru. Ụmụ Biafra ọ dị ọkwana n'ezi onye nwe platform abalị ọ nọ na media ụtụtụ ọ nọ na media efi ọ nọ na media enwe ndị nwere ike ha ka na-ararụ ụra kịta mana ebilie na ọ dị na this platform enwere ike nwee ndị ka na-achọ ịpụ early morning ka ya jere on business ha but this platform now is on. Afọ mgbe Asatina bidoro ikwu ọ na-ekwu ka onye Jos bulie na nrọ ọ sabeghị ihu ọtaba atọ ọmapụta because of love o nwere n'ebe Biafra nọ. So ọ kwesịrị ịghọta na everybody ọ nọ na this platform na Biafran good ka ọ dịrị anyị mma ka ala obodo anyị ka ọ dịrị onye ọbụla mma. Most of ndị nọ na platform enweghị nọ na be anyị at least ebe ha nọ ọkụ dịara ha, security dịara ha, mmiri dịara ha, everything dịara ha. They can enjoy themselves any minute, 12 o'clock midnight, 1 o'clock. Ọ chọrọ ịga ebe ọ chọrọ ịga ya aga without fear. And all these things anyị na-afụ na outside ka anyị ji achọ ka emeke sure na Biafra dị okay. Ka people coach na-eme enjoy ka ọ hapụ ewe onye oche obodo ego bata ọ na-asị gị na iwe ọkụ na-emere nke a na-eme nke ọnụ nwe gị nọ na Biafra ị na-ewutinesi ya ọ sịghị na ya na-abata echi esi ya batara na ebe niile stu ihe anyị a na-achọ so that enweghị ga na-eme ibe intimidate enweghị ga na-eweliri ibe ya shoulder because isi obodo oyibo lọta na-enene ka ya sị na ijere n'igwe wee bata and true is n'igwe ka ọ bụ because ebe ihe mmụọ n'igwe wee kpọọ ya bụ ịnọdụ ime life gị enjoy mee everything ị chọrọ ime n'elu ụwa ya wee n'igwe gị nwee na-ekwe n'igwe. Na-ebiri ndụ gị ihe gụọ gị rie echi ịgba moto echi iji ụkwụ iji ụkwụ ịbatabeghị gbanye ọkụ ịchọ iwu ahụ igwe gbanye shower everything that is heaven. Mess all these things ụbọchị ya nwụ sef obiọma na-emeghị na imere enjoy ụwa gị and ihe ọma niile imere ndị mmadụ ọ ya bụ n'igwe. Mana otu a people nọ n'Afrịka na-ata afụfụ before rie nri ọbụrụ problem before ije ahịa ihe kwugide moto ụfọdụ esi na keke dapụ ebe a na-ekwu keke ụfọdụ esi na bọs dapụ ebe a na-ekwu bọs ihe awa ọkụ mmụọ ka ọ bụ. So that is why anyị ji apụtara platform ebe oge ọbụla wee na-asịkwa unu tie ntị wee gere ihe ga-abara unu uru. O nwere onye na-agbara nke bụ eziokwu na adaochu na-apụta oge ọ na-asa n'ọnụ onye ọ na Chineke kere eke amarago nke bụ eziokwu na ọgụ ugo si na ebe mmiri na-agba sizie ka o jee ebe mmiri na-ata ata onye ọ na ma nke bụ eziokwu and unu na-afụzi ọpụta kịta na ọ na-atatari ọnụ ọ maazị what to say because ọ na-atụzi egwu omegwu nke ọ na-ekwesịghị ikwe apụọ ya n'elu. So ebe abụghị eziokwu mmadụ na ọ nọzi na right path any person on the right path ọ na-ekwu okwu olu ya esi ike. And another thing chọrọ concern this 2 minutes a na-ekwu adịrọ nsọ na ọ ya enwe isi because ọ bụrụ ikwu n'ọnụ owu isiokwu I need to be stressed. Ọ bụrụ ikwu ya na 2 minutes na-abụ ya bụ the main thing ọ ya bịa wetara onye nọ control this problem. Ọ bụrụ na anyị eme ya 2 minutes or 3 minutes gụọ na oge na-ekwu na ịma mgbe 2 minutes ruo ka hapụ ya na-asị mgbe ozugbo onye na-control media jiri aka ya silent ya ozugbo because enwere ike ikwuru 2 minutes na ozi na-enwe mgbe ditin na ihe ịchọcha ikwuru asị ozi oge akọ dị interested na
Maazị ikwufekwele 2 minutes o ikwufe na 2 minutes start from you. Maazị Chinọ na-eche ka ikwubirinu ka o bido.
So otu isi esi m na ozugbo kịta na ụmụ mgbe ya chọrọ ka ikwu ihe ga-atụta na skọl na ozugbo enwere ike mara like na ya.
Asị ha anaghị ozugbo gị kwụsị ote ndị ọzọ si eme ya. Go to other platform when they tell you okay, it's okay, ọkwanụ Maazị Ndewo, you stop. You don't need to ka anyị mee na ya ka o yie ihe today because we have a lot to learn from Chinọ. Yes, nke ahụ dị most important. Maazị a na-anụkwa olu gị Chinọ.
Tumble Lion ka
okay.
Yeah, I'm a Tumble Lion ka o mepe na flock o biko ya nwa na onwe ya me introduce. Okay, bido like this.
Okay. Ndewo ụmụ Chukwu Kabiama. Ụmụnne m ọwụ Maazị Biafran TV. O nwere ihe o wetara anyị today and onye ga-abara anyị uru so that unu nga nwaanyị a ndị ọjọọ na-anọ na-ekwukwe na ka akwa mekwere wesu mekwere but ihe unu ga-anụ here today ka unu ga-amata the value and the importance of that wesu. So biko ka ị na-ege gị na-achị anyị so that ndị ọzọ ga-anụ ya. The Biafran TV Chukwu gozie ga mi subscribe bụ na Biafran TV ka wa ahụ ka ị subscribe ọrụ ya because o wetara anyị another dimension ka o jiri bịa na ọ karịsịrị. Ndewo Maazị, go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Yeah, good morning everybody in the house. Afro Mwada Adobe, good morning from here. Afro EJ Glitters, the CID on all the social medias of the real Biafran people. I greet Maazi Ndemafozi Afaha from my side. Umuwoki Ibem, Umu Biafran, Deziokwu dị n'obi. And ihe gbasara nwere onwe anyị na-atọ ụtọ. Ihe gbasara ka anyị laa na be anyị ga establish Biafra ka ọka every country in the world mma. I thank you all. I greet you all once again. And I also in a special way greet Maazi Humble Lion for how many hours he volunteered himself to spend for us to use his platform to spread a good news, or for us to use his big platform to bring out the truth and let our people understand things they need to know and that nobody will deceive you anymore. Also, to use the platform to correct all the misinformation that is spreading out about us and who we are. Before I go further, depending on the electoral conversation we had here right now, there's something I want us to know. There is no other teaching we're going to teach ourselves. We are going to use law to teach ourselves. Law is going to change every Biafran within a twinkle of eyes. What do I mean? In a country where you travel, there is a law. Once you go into that country, you sit on that law and obey the law. Once example being certain in Biafra land, no longer. Eme ya mmadụ ịtọ mmadụ na mmadụ ise onye ọbụla abara onwe ya n'ụlọ Jesu ike. This country where I am, this year, March 10, ha mere law na ị na-eme social media na ị na-azụ ahịa inwe banner na ịma ntinye nọmba gị outside there no extra number ga-abịa direct to you. You know, any more begging your number or not through your friend. The manjiam advert. Kuria, everybody, I work in a would take in Abani 6 months and then what a gig out. On your Mamma Brabam on your budo, obey the law. Mado no lemrek had that deal. Government will hand on him now and would a picture how by you and you are go with that. Came on that when that will appear behind on go on the way about also. Iwu being men de mado. Ogisi is work. You are manam. Ma was there or you may be paria or Kwamiha, their or Kwamiha, Hamuni now. Ebakozia, Iraq the duo where God. I gave Biafra constitution where make shiny. Yanda I am macha. Madam Kobana Maya. a ga-eji constitution wee mee anyị by force. N'ihi na a sị na when a new country was being declared, now it's a work of police and the army to enforce people to obey the law. Once we start obeying the law, we now start behaving the way we are behaving in the countries where we are. And we have teaching also, all the teachings has been done. What we are doing now is just to remind our people the little things that we are forgetting, or because of now we have syndrome of hear and forget. That is only thing that is our problem. But constitution, we make that syndrome of fear and forget from us to disappear in our life. In within 6 months that we have entered into Biafra land with our constitution, everything will normalize. Constitution law make people to behave normal. That is my stake on this side of the conversation this morning. So as we move this morning into why we are here, and things that are surrendering everything that we are doing, there is a lot of things that surrender what we are doing. Yes, you see this law, this man hold on hand. People like her started to dive in. People like her, this constitution will bend her by thunder by force. That is why they told that it is a job of a military and police to enforce the citizens of the new country to obey the law. That is what it is. So let us not go into details of trying. Yes, the little one we can do, that is what we are doing here this morning. A country like Bangladesh, after the declaration, this is how they use social media to sensitize their people and change the narrative and be pointing on the constitution of their country, teaching people the constitution online. From there, people of Bangladesh key into the law and they become a good citizens, no matter what happened. So we are already there. Only one thing is holding us. International recognition. Now they're going to leave our land. We take over our land with our constitution. Everything will normalize, no matter how it goes. Thank you so much on this aspect. Now, what we have this morning is about our whistle that are everywhere in social media. And those who don't understand the value, or in their entire life, they never had about survival whistle. With their common sense, they feel like this is how it is. With their envy and jealousness, they refuse to understand the importance of the whistle. And because of in their entire life, they never had about this particular whistle survival. No, many of us in our first time has never heard about it, have never even come across of it. Let me tell you one thing about me. I know there is a whistle the referees use. In Nigerian government, we use it when we are working, even on the checking point. We did. But this particular survival whistle and the importance of it, once a country is a new country, I never come across it until I heard it from our DPM. I begin to research the use of whistle. In quick reaction, in England today, their police are using whistle. In road safety in the zoo, they use whistle. A lot of countries, our police, army are using whistle. And do you know that the most important of it that international law also approved that a survival whistle that was built from one of the best countries with plastic, and they give us the value why a survival whistle is more important than a phone number of an emergency call. These are things we need to know about, the hidden truth about the survival whistle and what survival whistle stand for, and how you can use it to defend yourself, to send a signal, and how you can also use it to destroy yourself. This survival whistle, all these things was out. And you know how they do it. When they do it, it works for them. They will hide other documents. They will not come outside of social media, be preaching about the survival whistle and the work of survival whistle. And those that can be able to use this particular survival whistle. Now, everybody is free to use it, but depend on what you are using survival whistle on it. You can use every other whistle on things like when you're in the village, our mothers, if they are dancing a music, you can hear with someone in the book, a men noise when them are here, and also any whistle control also. But this why they go where the wagarisha and that is why I mentioned in UK, the companies that are even in UK that are building, their job is only to build survival whistle for any country that wants it, and at the time they need it. So for us to go in like the way we normally do, we will start from playing a document. When we play a document, when it's go to where we're going to analyze it and put all our own comment on it, we will mute the volume. Everybody on the media, because what we are doing inside this house, we're all going to put our common sense, even if it is 2 minutes. And when it comes down to 2 minutes, we can. That is why we have to be learning how to control ourselves when we're on social media. And every other thing we're going to do, when it's time for that, we are going to mute the mic. You bring your own idea and what you understand, so you may be able to use this to defend yourself in every platform that they are making mockery of this, our survival whistle. It is important and very imperative as you come into this platform. Please like and share this program so others may know what we are doing. We are not here for saga. We are only here to put the record straight, to that misinformation, to bring a real information to you that can serve you and also serve your people in the homeland. Forget it's not about Ngozi Oraveze. It's about doing the right thing. Listen to this as we move.
International humanitarian law, often referred to as the laws of war, is a complex field. When it comes to an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition, the rules that apply depend on whether the conflict is classified as an international or non-international armed conflict.
Thank you. I mute from here. This is here we start. And when we go in now, then you understand where they started from here on this document first, for you to know the importance of this particular survival whistle. In international human rights, the law also refers to a whistle survival as a law that guides it when there is war, when there is internal conflict, under a new declaration of independent country. Declaration of independent country of a new state. How it can go. The rules that apply depend on whether the conflict is classified as an international or non-international armed conflict. When a country is under armed conflict, they can use survival whistle. Whether it's local, whether it's international, whether is it between we and Nigeria or between we and ourselves, like those who refuse to work under the government by the names Ibe Butozo, Gento, and Jemekop, Owam, and all these people who are against the real declaration of United States of Biafra. Now, when the conflict happened, the international law call it not an internal conflict, but conflict between a country and its citizens. Survival whistle are important. Now, hear this. Here are breakdown of the key conditions. Listen to this. When this country is not officially recognized, they have power with their military to use a survival whistle. Whether fighting with Nigeria army or whether we are fighting with the rebel in the midst of what we are doing. We continue.
Here's a breakdown of the key considerations. Unrecognized armies and international law. Non-state armed groups. An army of a new declaration of independence would likely be classified as a non-state armed group. Under international humanitarian law, members of such groups are generally considered civilians, but they lose their protection from direct attack when they directly participate in hostilities.
Let's hold it here before we go to Geneva Convention. Listen. Non-state armed group. Now, on this branch, there are things I want us to go into. You see people call UN. If you see EU, You see, all these states that are member of UN today, they're all corrupt. They are all criminals and hijackers because the law is not, they set the rule how to build a new country. But when the new country starts what the rule said, they will be calling those rules that the new country supposed to use. They will now start calling the army non-state actor. Why? That you are the one who laid down a rule for a new country to follow. Will you say that a new country has right to form its own army and use the army to protect the citizen, to protect from invaders and occupiers and chase them away? Now, when this army start working, you name the army non-state actor. When you are name them non-state actor, it's an avenue for them to tag them any name, like what the international law said about Biafra army right now, that we are not recognized. You know what they're calling us? Non-state actor. When you know that you will call us non-state actor, that you will not allow, then why do you implement those laws for us to have a new country and have our own army, have our own police under our official declaration? And you told us that a beginning of a new country has 4 criteria: a population, defined territory, a government, working government, capacity to enter into relation with other countries. What you said. Then after that, you said after official declaration, it gives them power to become a sovereign state on their own with all their army and their police. Now, if you are not corrupt, if you are not been speaking from both sides of the law, why did you tag the army non-state actor for? They are not, they don't have the equal right to defend or do things in their own way. This is where you can see that these people, these white people, they are very cunning. In other words, they are people, I call them, stealing by tricks. Anything they do, there is a trick on it, because one, because of the fear of what that law can backfire on them. Because look at a country like Russia today, that are a full member of UN. Among 5 top power, 5 in UN, Russia is there. Russia, the law protects them also. If any group want to secede out from Russia now, Russia will tag them rebel, terrorist, insurgency. And also, they will also tag them a non-state actor. But the law provides a chance for you to build a new country. Then why did you not succeed in making sure that the law also call them their full member of the state? Why the country was officially declared with a document? Now, there's something that we must understand from here. An army of a new declaration of independence will likely be classified as non-state armed group. That is where you give the occupier, happen to be Nigeria, power to come and tag those people. You also give power and rules and principle for them to form their own government, for them to declare their own country. Why are you calling them non-state actor? Why are you giving them name? Then why is it that when anybody from Africa becomes to defend their country, why are you always tagging them terrorist, non-state actor, rebel, insurgency? Why are you bringing those names on them? Have you in our life seen where a white man who was a freedom fighter was arrested in any part of Africa? Can he last day 24 hours without them asking for immediate release? Because the law also, on the other side of it, give them power for them to come at all time to colonize the people they feel like they are not ready or they are not good to be a normal human being like them. This is what the law also gives them power to do. That is why they tag that word non-state actor. Now, that army that you told the new country to form and use it under self-defense and defend the land are the people you are calling non-state actor. You see how trickish they are. That is why I said my own opinion that coming of Biafra, that United Nations Charter must be submitted under amendment to give people their equal right, because the self-defense, that is people inalienable right, with their army, with their police, with the citizen, with the government. The UN Charter did not precisely give them the full authority for them to become a country. That is why we undergo all this stress. You are seeing the government leading armor tanker in our place. If they said what they said for a new country to become a territory, population, government, and capacity relationship, if they say that that is all, why Nigerian government is still in our land? Why UN, members of UN, Russia, China, England, America, and France, why are they not talking? Why do they mute themselves? They mute because of they are never gain anything from Biafran people or what will be their gain. That is why the law is against us, and they tag us here, non-state actor is what they call the army. They ask you to do what? To put in place to protect your land. Now listen, members of such group are generally considered as civilians. Now, you see how tricky they are. They told us that the army are also considered as a citizen because of what? Not official recognition of that new state. Once official recognition comes, they become a state actor, so become a non-actor. By the loss of the protection from direct attack, when they directly participated in a history fight between Nigeria and us, is a history fight. Now, if we lost our own people, they will tag them non-state actor. But if Nigeria, who occupies our land, who also the law asks us that we are free to form, use to defend our land, instead of the same law that protects Nigeria army to protect our own, they will tag us non-state actor. By then, they will tell you that you are a rebel, you are insurgency, you are this, you are that. That is why the coming of Biafra is not only for Biafra, it's for everyone, because some constitution must submit into amendment for everybody to have the equal rights, for it to be what a vice president of America said when Ukraine and Russia is fighting. He said on one of their conventions that it's inalienable rights of people to form alliance, to form their government, to choose their friends, and also to govern themselves. My question is it only when it's the white people they have the right? But when it's come to black, the right has been lost. We don't have it any longer. But that is why we are here. And they said, freedom is not being given, it's being taken. The people of Biafra has decided to take it by force. Whether enemies like it or not, we have come to be a country, and no born of human being or law or any country will stop us, unless that country want to be wiped away by themselves, because when they will see, they will not believe it. Now, going forward, listen to this.
The conventions. The Geneva Conventions primarily apply to international armed conflicts, conflicts between states. However, there are provisions that apply to non-international armed conflicts, conflicts between a state and a non-state armed group, or between two non-state armed groups, particularly in Common Article 3.
Particularly, now, we hear what Article 3 said. I have already explained about international conflict. International conflict is between we and Nigeria. Then, non-state actor conflict is between Biafran people and the Biafran people. That is non-state actor conflict. Then he said in both two of them, that non-state actor group particularly, they have also a law that was applied by Geneva Convention that control what they are doing. And on that Article 3, that they have a right to do something. Now listen to this.
Protocol 2. This protocol was created to expand the protections of the Geneva Conventions to non-international armed conflicts. It provides that, quote, dissident armed forces or other organized armed groups who have responsible command and control a part of the territory may be subject to its rule. The use.
I hope you followed me carefully here. Additional protocol, paragraph 2. This protocol was created to protect of the Geneva Convention to non-international armed conflicts. Now, if we and the Gento and Butoso, who refuse to work with United States of Biafra government, are fighting, they call us what? Non-international armed conflicts. They now say, is provided that the armed force or the organization, armed group, who have responsible command and control a part of a territory must submit subject to its rules. Now, these Butos or Gentle and all of them who are against this government right now, the law of Biafran people is what we are going to use to judge them, to put them where they belong, because by official declaration, by that law of Geneva Convention or UN Charter or Montreal Convention, they said the new country has right to form their army and use their army to chase away those old liberation army who refuse to work with the government by arresting them and submit them under the local law of United States of Biafra. For that aspect, if we are fighting with them, the only thing international law can do for us is that, what is the problem? Do you try to make peace with them? They say, we try, they refuse. Like when they call them for meet, they refuse up to 3 times. It's an evidence that they call them for peace talk, they refuse. Then what will happen? The international law give us the power to use our own local law, our non-international law, to do what? To judge them, for them to know what we are doing. Now we are into the real deal. Remember, all this thing we are saying now, we are under Geneva Convention, Article 3, Paragraph 2. Listen, the use of survivor whistle. The use of survivor whistle. We are going to know what Adadi Orama was telling people. That is the use of survivor whistle? Is it what survivor whistle stand for? And how could we use it? Is it prohibited, or is it something that a law covers it up for people to use? Now let us know who are those that they are going to use this survivor whistle and why they have to use it. We continue.
The survival whistle. No specific prohibition. There is no specific rule in the Geneva Convention or their additional protocol that prohibits the use of a survival whistle by combatants, regardless of their status. Military and
Hold on. I think no space prohibition. There is no specific rule in the Geneva Convention or the additional protocol that prohibits the use of a survivor whistle by combatant army, regardless of the status. Now we come in here as people of Biafra with our army. They are right. They have their rights under this law to use survivor whistle. To do what? When we go further, you will know. Us, regardless of the status of the army, so far is army of a new country, that they have right. It's not prohibited for them to use it. Now, Mashibido he who use survivor whistle. And then what on your post now how man use it, use it. It depends on what the government template is all about. The template of this that you see that the government was emphasizing on it right now. The laydown of this particular survivor whistle was discussed between 3 people, with my information. Man Simon Eba, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, and the one particular man who has seen also in this government side, that's a member of the cabinet. 3 of them, Obato Obie is seminary. This man is seminary also in America. They understand the importance of survivor whistle. The only 3 of them was the only people who discussed about this survivor whistle. So for you to they bring it out is to accomplish what Obato Obie, one of his template that he was laid down for us to defend Biafra land and also be on the safer side in everything that we are doing. And also, Obato Obie told them that whatever after declaration we're going to do must maintain the standard of international law for us to be easy, for us to get our recognition, and for it to be easy for us to go home where in Biafra land with international law that will back it up. Listen to this. Military and civilian use of survivor whistle. Now, remember, under Geneva Convention, Chapter 3, Paragraph 11. Sorry, Paragraph 2 is where we are bringing these things out for you to know that other countries has been using this. For current today, Nigeria Road Safety are using whistle. Nigeria Combatant Army, go and verify, they are using it. Those on checking points are using it today, but not this particular survivor whistle. They use a normal local whistle that some referees are using to blow a match. There's difference between the sound of a survivor whistle and every other whistle. Check when they are blowing that whistle. You can hear the sound. Humbly, and after this explanation, once I end it, our people comes in. Please get us that place that lady was blowing that whistle. You will hear the sound. The sound is a special sound because there is a special company who are their only job is to build survival whistle that you see today that we have. Now listen to this. Why I'm making this and allow it to play this way for those doubting Thomas. So when they heard this, they will understand that there is a laid down principle about survival whistle and the right of people of a new they continuously hitting here a declaration of a new nation. They continuously hit at every verse that we are going in. You will hear about a new country, a new country, a new country, because they know that a survival whistle will help the new country for information, for signal, for proving when things are very difficult to them. When international law comes in, they will say on this aspect where we are right now, do you know that we use survival whistle to save our people? They will look at you and remember the Geneva Convention, Article 3, Paragraph 2, for them to see how you are prepared on what we are doing. That is when the word of Master comes in, that we must prepare ourselves more than the way we are before. Now, if they ask you if we have prepared ourselves more than the way we are before, what could be your answer? For me, the answer for me is yes. With everything that the government is doing, is proving that we have prepared ourselves more than the way we are before. Listen to this.
Civilian use. Survival whistles are commonly used by military forces, including in modern combat and search and rescue kits, for signaling, communication, and distress calls. They are also widely used by civilians for safety and survival.
Do you hear this? Military and civilians using survival whistle are common use by also military force, including a modern combatant military and search and rescue skills for signal, communication, and distress call. What do we understand here? On here, I am not going to explain. I just read the word. Have it in your mind. Because after protection, we come to conclusion. Once we come to conclusion, we are going to sit here back. This is here our people on the platform, on the comment section, need to put their own thoughts. Remember, let me bring it back to you again. Survival whistles are common use by military force, including in the modern combatants and searching and rescue skills for a signal, communication. I hope I'm coming out, my people. A signal, communication, and a distress call. This also a widely used for civilian, for their safety and their survival. That is why they call it survival whistle, because of the safety. And also that people of the new country will use it to survive their life by giving a signal. I won't explain here. We all are going to explain it more. Listen to this.
Potential complications. The key factor in armed conflict is the principle of distinction, the requirement to distinguish between combatants and civilians. If a survival whistle is used for a military purpose, e.g. to signal an attack or troop movement, it is a legitimate tool of a combatant. However, if a combatant were to use a whistle to feign distress in a way that would trick the enemy and gain a military advantage, this could be considered a perfidious act, which is prohibited under the laws of war. A perfidious act is one that invites the confidence of an adversary with the intent to betray that confidence and kill, injure, or capture them.
Thank you. Now we are going to need to put more comment on this. The key factor in armed conflict. It is a principle of a direction to requirement to between a combatant army and civilians. If a survival whistle is used for a military purpose, e.g., to signal an attack or a troop movement, what do they mean? When you are in Biafra land, you see Nigerian military armor tanker coming into our land. That is an attack or a troop movement. When you see them in that way, and also their foot soldiers coming in, what do you have to do? You have to blow this whistle, raise signal that there is movement in the local area. In also here, Our people need to, when we are on general platform right now, able need to put also his word here. They move the area of army. Now, let me tell you one thing. For me, who has worked in Nigeria, when we are not on checking points, even in the night, a motorcycle may beat all the checking points without searching. What are you going to do with the kind of whistle we have? Remember, this survival whistle is not like other. Other whistle has something like a small football inside it, but survival whistle doesn't have that kind of a little tiny football inside survival whistle. Do you see the difference of it? They are not like every other whistle. That is why they made this whistle for a new country who are officially declared their independence newly and want to protect their border, their people by all means. Then you give them this survival whistle you are seeing here right now. Look at how it is. It's not like every other whistle. And you can't find it anyhow inside market because it can only be introduced when a new country demand for it. If you are a musician, if you are doing anything cultural, you can't demand for this. You can't get this whistle anywhere at all. It is a special whistle for a special purpose for a new country. Why do they have it? We may not tell you reason why they refuse to make it general for every human being, or you go into market, you see it. I will not say that one today. As time going on, is another topic. We are going to bring it out for you to understand the importance of what you have, and people are coming to make mockery of it today. Remember, under Geneva Convention, Article 3, Paragraph 2, international law is where we are getting the particular discussion we are having right now. Now, listen to this again. If a combatant were to use a survival whistle to distress in a way that would trick the enemy and gain a military advantage, there is how they are going to use it on a code specially known by the military and the civilians who will raise the signal of this particular whistle. If you followed me yesterday, I taught a lot of how you can blow this whistle and how you can use the code. That is the program. Maybe we might play it in future on this platform for you to understand how to use this survival whistle. It's not like every other whistle. Tell me in your life if you have seen this kind of whistle, they call survival whistle. Please, my humble lion, flash this whistle social. Thank you so much. Have you in any market see this whistle? This whistle is a special for a new country, for a purpose. Even the police of England today, they are not using this particular whistle because the sound is so different from every other sound of the whistle, according to Geneva Convention. And according to some countries that have some country that have used it, that we must know that this was meant for a special purpose. They did not tell you that we are going to do it, that this survival whistle is the gun. No. Now, this survival whistle is the equipment. No. This survival whistle is important because of a new country. They lack power to produce a what? Emergency number. The survival whistle becomes the emergency number because of the sound of it. I told you there is a lot. Now, in other side of it, this whistle can go up to 140 kilometers away from where you are. And for you to use it, you might blow this whistle and run away to another place. Anybody who wants to attack you will come to exert that point. And where he is coming to exert that point, you already see him. If it's enemy, here they said, you can capture the enemy. You can kill him. You can defend yourself because you have already signaled and you run away. Then for him that want to attack you, looking for direction of where you are. So it's like when you blow, you move. When you blow the whistle, you move away from where you are. You draw the attention of the enemy to that particular center. And you that are giving information to your military to come in, they will understand. Now you ask a question. Why is it that when military are far, that you blow this whistle. If a whistle can go up to 140 kilometers of where you are, and in Biafra, because of the way we put our army, we have a county commander's army. We have in the states, we have everywhere. So from one to another, then every state in military command, they will hear the whistle, they will come. Because the whistle are more easier than you pressing a number, raising your voice. The voice of the whistle is louder more than any human being voice. This particular survival whistle, no voice. In the midst of any level of noise, if you blow a survival whistle, the voice can come outside. You have this for you to do what? To give an information that enemies are coming. Our house is under siege. You can blow it and run away from the house. The enemies will come. When you that blow it, you are running on your safety. Them they are coming to attack you. Be in a hurry to attack you. Your army who have understand the code or the signal of the survival whistle will now come to capture your enemy. It is very easy thing to be used. I want to give you an example. We went for a rest in Imo State when I was in the zoo. When we passed with our healers, we don't know that this village has something they put somewhere like a bell. When they hit that bell 3 times, it simply means that enemies are around in the community. And what will happen? Every other people, the youth, they gathered all of us. If not for Soluti Okabiam, we could have not escaped. Because why do we escape? Because the person that bring us in there in 2001, the person is what? A very hardened criminal who also dealt with his own people. Asked us to live. Highest, they will come and burn our houses. We will rebuild it. After 6 months, everywhere will goes down. This is how we escaped. The youth we went by ourselves. They later used the hand to bring this guy. No matter the arm we on it, we AK-47. We did not come back with that guy because of the community, the way they secured their land, and the way they raised signal. Now listen, in conclusion, hear this.
In conclusion, an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition can use a survival whistle. The use of a whistle is not a prohibited act under the laws of war. The legality of its use would depend on the context and intent, just as it would for a recognized army. As long as it is not used in a perfidious manner, it is a legitimate tool for a combatant.
I hope we all listen to this last conclusion. Any army of a new, an army of a new declaration of independence without international recognition can use a survival whistle. It's not prohibited. It's not a voting. It's not for you to tell your aim to come and wipe you. Rather, it's for you to use it to send a signal to your own military, to your own people, for them to know there is a danger. My people, I want to stop in here to allow our people to come in and put their own understanding and their own view before we go into another thing that brings us here today. And from here, I will say thank you for everybody as the Mas Humbola opened the mic for everybody to contribute their own opinion. Thank you so much. We move.
Thank you. Thank you, Free Biafran TV. God bless you for this great job that you are doing for United States of Biafra. So we start at the first. Mazi Obi-Wan. Mazi Obi-Wan. The mic is open.
Yeah, Humble, I'm actually on the highway. Can someone please start talking? I will get back to you.
Okay.
I'm driving.
Okay. Thank you. Mazi Kevin, go ahead. Just use your 2 minutes wisely. Thank you.
Yeah, Mazi Humbola, am I coming out?
Yes, you are coming out. Biafrans and listening to you.
Okay, I just have a question.
Go on.
My question is,
Thank you so much, my brother. You're welcome.
God bless you. Yeah, my question is, just for educative purpose, we know that this whistle is something important and something good that saves life. And we equally know that we have enemies all around. What will happen if some of our enemies got hold of our whistle and then they use it contrary, probably they blow it, and our army believe that there is an emergency and they are coming and they lay ambush on them? How do we tackle that situation? Because we know that even our own people, they are also against us. So the question is, how are we going to tackle it? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. For me to answer your question, I need to bring another document here. So I'll just read it and use to answer the question. In a combatant army in war, in a nude declaration of independent country, if enemy succeeded apprehending one of them and collected his own survival whistle, what can a new military army or the civilians do to protect or do not fall in the danger of the hands of the enemies? In every battle for a new country to survive, in every 3 hours, a change of a code of a whistle must carry on. Moreover, for the military, for them to be saved, in every 3 hours, a change of a code of survival whistle, or in every 1 hour, after a well-instructed learn how to use the whistle to defend the citizens and group. Also, passes this message to civilians. A survival whistle in every point must carry on an investigation to understand in attack if any combatant army are losing their citizens. The way of the code depends the way of people reacting and also how to be saved. What does it mean? In every 3 hours in front of war with Nigerian military or in our citizens, we must change the code. If we are blowing 2, in our first fight with our enemies, we have to blow 1. If you are blowing 1, you may go to 3. If you are blowing 3, you may decide to blow 4. Depending on the mood on what is happening in the land. If people are captured and the whistle are blowing, from the way the enemies blow the whistle, you may understand that this is not our citizen. That is why the teaching of the survival whistle must go hand in hand with first time with the civilians for them to understand that things might change depending on what is happening. I don't know whether if this paragraph answered your question very well.
Yeah, I think I can I put something a little bit in there? Can you hear me?
Go on. Yeah, very well. Go on.
Yeah, so I think this survival whistle is basically for defense and alert.
Yeah.
It's not all about
Yeah.
attacking. Just like when he said, "What about Onyilo blow the whistle?" Then it's all about that. Nah, kai one idea that there's danger on the way, so that he can kucha. But that form for attacking, that is a different case. But the whistle is for, because when we I've been at the first junction and I on the mother. At the second junction, you don't know what is going on. You understand? And at the same time, it's for you. On your there came on not come each here the 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Always here, man. Ufodun the week will up by Joe can you take them back, boys there. So I think basically it's for alert, to let people know that I does normal, that I think we are a little bit abnormal now. So
there is danger in the land. Yes, there is a danger. You are good. You understand very well. Thank you.
I believe Mazi Kevin, you are satisfied with the answer, right? Ezinengo, Momingo, you are the next.
Enwekwanụ ihe nche ịtụnya here o.
Go
Biko
ahead.
nụ ka anyị na-eme isikwe ya obutu Igbo ka ọ yala abụ na only English so that na
Go
ihe
ahead.
na-anụ English ga na-asụ Igbo.
Use onye ọbụla ị chọrọ.
Eh?
Use onye ọbụla ị chọrọ use.
We are free to use our language. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so all you enjoy equally. So the survival whistle dị okay because na mụnwa a witness ya mgbe m nọ na village mgbe anyị gara ugbo. So ha ekwugo m ya yesterday. So mgbe anyị gara ugbo. So beta mụọ m nọ ịma that time na epe m mpe. So anyị nwapecha mpe ebe anyị na-akọ ugbo. So ụmụ nwanne m. So bet na anyị amụọ na whistle na-egbu all the time because ọ nọkọta nọ egbu whistle. Onye egbu whistle, onye egbu whistle. Anyị na-asị gịnị bụ whistle nke a na-ada ebe niile. Ọzi ịmagọnụ ka anyị jụbazi our grandfather. Gịnị bụ this whistle na-egbu na ọsị na whistle anwa na-egbu bụ ka anyị mata na onwe ihe na-eme n'ugbo no na ife ọjọọ na-eme nọ ya ka the whistle si egbu. So ka onye ọbụla ke nkwụcha andị na ụmụ nwụkwa one hunter gakwara ugbo so ka ọ hunter bet onye aji ekwu ezi na dị iche o buru ya tim the hunter nke ọzọ na ogbubezie owurizie whistle anwa oji gbubezie so ka o gbubezi so onye ọbụla na-egbu so agbatazie so ndị mmadụ nọ that side so ejezie genyo ọ bụzie na nọ mmadụ karitinu kwegburu arọshi so ndị mmadụ agbatazia bugezie nye n'ebe ha gwe and that time nka nọ n'ụlọ the man ka dị ndụ beta mọzi now all survivor so that's why ha ji akọtọ the whistle mụwa na-achị ha ọchị because na the power dị na whistle nọ ndị bụ na ha amacha ihe beti ha na-eme ka ha megide Ngozi Orabueze beti ọ bụ Ngozi Orabueze ka a na-emegide ọ bụọ na nka ka a na-emegide ọ bụọ na ọbọsọ Emenekpa ka a na-emegide so ọ ya ka this teaching ji wee dị mma ụmụ nwanne m biko na like ọ dịghị enough ana m afụ na comment section now biko like and share press the but like so view the how many ndị like ndị like no ọ dịghị encourage at all biko mee na ka agbagote 100 so that ka o zuo ebe niile nwanne m nwoke jisi ike I submit.
Thank you so much, Nwada. We must continue. Maazị Mbụlayọ, are you there?
Ọ bụ maazị iwe echefuru m ihe mmega
ndị mmadụ ka nọ n'ụlọ just ka na-enye ha mic ọ from ihe ha na-ekwu a ga-esiwe na
narrow the blink ọnọdụ a narrow the blink asa ọnọdụ a asa
Okay, asa nọ ya o. Asa nọ ya. My brother Chino ekenekwa m gị ezi nwanne m nwoke. Ọ dịrọkwa easy to be a lecturer. You have to research and research and research. Wee nwee ike compile ya things and again inculcating it into the brain of our people wụkwa another job. Ya ekenekwa m gị o my brother jidekwa ka iji Chukwu okike gọziere m gị more wisdom. Biko can you use my 2 minutes just to highlight some things n'olu Igbo maka ndị be anyị. Ụmụnne m unu afụgo ya na survival whistle a ọ bụrụ gọọmenti anyị just bilite si na ka ewepụta survival whistle because ihe ụfọdụ na-agagharị na social media taa ha na-eme ya ka ọ bụ aka yiwere mana ihe a wụ ihe dịbu adị ọ nọ na international law. When Dr. Ngozi Orabueze keeps saying we have met all the criteria of international law, ụmụnne m, this is one of it. akwa unu ejine ntị unu ntị m akara nke unu. Under UN law, survival vessel, biko Maazị Chino, or Geneva Convention ka international UN.
Article 3, paragraph 2, Geneva Convention.
So it's good. Under Geneva Convention, ụmụnne survival vessel is recognized, highly recognized. To tell you now, USB is the way forward. Ebe a wee ebe onye ọbụla kwesịrị ịnọ. Ọ bụrụ na ị na-achọ nnwere onwe a n'obi ọma gị, in sincerity, na ị chọrọ nnwere onwe, USB anụnwa redeclared wee ebe ị kwesịrị ịnọ taa. Law, international law sị gị na survival vessel na ị nwere ike iji ya send ya signal, ị ga-eji ya alert ya your people, ị ga-eji ya pass ya message, and to the best part of it, or the easiest way, easiest thing to use when you are in a hurry, on emergency, or the easy the number of a phone, okay, to dial and call somebody. Man, all the easy manyaka na bagi wepute ya whistle gi blow ya, you know, depending on the signal or on the type of the way esi blow agwara unu kwekọrịtara or otu unu ga-esi na blow ya. You blow it to send the message, to send a signal. If you go here, that will tell you now our government nọ n'ọrụ and ha na-follow all the laws of international law. Onwe nke ha emefọrọ, emechana ha ihe niile. Mana ana m achọ ịpasikwa message a through this media. International law need to be amended.
Yes, I said it earlier.
Yes, so many things said is not in the favor of Africans. They are made, I think, just to attack Africans. Especially about non-state
actors. Non-state actors. Yeah.
All how I say that newly redeclared nation have every right to form their army. And when you do, they turn back to call you non-state actors, giving a dog a name in a way to kill the dog.
Yeah.
If you go. So, I will just leave it there. Mana nke bụ eziokwu wo, akwa ifuru this survival vessel. It's true na ihe ọwụna nwere advantage, nwere disadvantage. Ama m na ụmụnne m ga na-enwe so many things na bother ha about this vessel, survival vessel. I will just leave it that everything nọ n'ụwa nwere advantage, nwere disadvantage. Mana ya ga-eji maka some of the disadvantages wee sị that survival vessel adịrọ mma, ka ekwenu maka nke anyị na-emebu eme ọwụ ya kacha mma. Enwere some of the disadvantages nọ na ndị nke anyị na-eme eme. Ịghọtago? Mana anyị na-eme ya because anyị kwesịrị ime ya. Yeah, biko nwanne m Chino, thank you so much. I will just leave it there because of the time. Daalụ maazị.
Ndewo asa, Chukwu gozie gị. Chukwu gozie gị. Nwokafọ, the mic is open for you.
Okay, my brother, humble, ndewo.
Ndewo
ekene m nwoke, ekene nwaanyị n'ebe a. Ekenekwa m
please, my brother, because you're 21 minutes, no one is sister on a phone call. Can you know to because they go about Niru? Through my phone this time, please.
Okay.
Yeah, Mom, you can go on right now. The mic is yours. Go on.
All right.
I'm calling from zoo.
Okay.
Abuja.
Okay.
You are teaching, You are teaching is the target. The people are coming. I always invite people to come and hear. To come and hear what you are teaching. Teaching us because now what we are seeing now. We are in the middle of but they don't know. Here now, here they go on record for other countries. You know? So now, I don't have to. That is able to in the memo people. And people that are not never due because of Biafra. When they do all this, some of them now realizing that look now because this people woman about that come with Adaka one I said this one even woman radoko la duba. Where bulu destroy a man a tineke. They go that destroy and which I know one destroy. How can you onye wepụtara n'isi wee na-akọwa dati na-etie n'akpara na-eweli n'owu owu a sị Chineke gọzie gị ị na-eme ọfụma you are doing well because na ihe a wepụrụ anụ a kedu ihe bụ na mmadụ onye ọgụgọrọ na-ewepụta ya ọ wụtụrụ eji lekwa ihe na-eme when you hear it you know that there's danger somewhere you know ọ bụrụ na onye ezo wee na-enyozi enyo you know
you are right.
This man wee bụrụ anyị ebo beta anyị siri Chineke na onye wepụtara mgbe onye akọwa ya ka onye ọbụla anya ada nkapụ adị iberibe enwere ya ma ndị otu ya ma ncha ma bagabaga ma kemgbe na akparawu all of them they're under our feet. They are failed woefully.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. People be safe. Be safe. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
To come and join us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Madam, our sister from phone. I am going to you.
Okay. Nwokafọ, go ahead, Nwokafọ.
Okay. Biafra TV, Ekenengu, my brother. I watched him program this morning before I see that I be and K Humble Lion. My brother, ofu problem notice about our people. Imana iye Nigeria megoro ndebe that Nigeria all damage you go a lot of people brain. But some of them are the truth. Because then they blame unda n'obodo oyibo. Okenye si na ọ maghị egwu ana da alụlụ ana. In my entire life, amaghị m na o nwere ihe a na-akpọ survival whistle. And the truth of the matter, many of them are amaghị. So this whistle of 18 is a very good idea for the government iwepụta. Because for example now, our military now in the 40 states, every state nwere ike nwee their own code because they go relate with their people in that state. Okay, obodo nwere ka enemy which is Nigerian government is abịa ime ha attack ha afọ ha gbuo the whistle. Ọ bụrụ na citizens na-apụ because ha ghọtago the code, everybody a pipe olo, then they will face those military ka ghara inwe casualties. You got that? So ọ bara uru in many ways. Like obodo nke a m nọ na whistle adịgodiri mma before ịma na enwe country bịa nwee ihe a na-akpọ ma ntụsịa camera ọ na-solve godu like 75% crime. Obodo nke a m nọ na kịta, obodo nke a m nọ na iwu onye ojii bụ iwu onye ọcha, as long as you were foreign, iwu their citizen, immediately land na airport, taxi ga-ebu gị, o nwere camera dị na their car, ị ga-ama, o take go picture, send there to the nearest police, ọ bụ na hotel ka lodge, na so they go monitor you. Ha ga-esend go do self police ya abịa na ị na-asụ oyibo ya ma na police ọ bịa mete go friend gụ na-eme exchange number for Telegram. They can even send you gear, self, take you go night club, give you gear. They go know everything about you. So to have anything. So yeah, etu aka esi train ha n'obodo a. Once if ha na foreigner, so this thing do very, very important. Very, very, very important. And I thank our government too. I thank our government for what they are doing. Ima no nwere ihe Dr. Ngozi Arabeziokwu, people are na aghọte, some of them na abasaga. Also, in this era now, we are in an era of legal and diplomatic. Ya na-emezi, ya na-eme kita awu ihe ndị gụrụ akwụkwọ, and they follow international law. Because o nwere ihe ikwuru, which some of our people are marrying na one of your program. Drop other mentality. Yeah, this is how I want it to be. No. You should understand that in a new country, all everything actually make you must follow the law. You must follow the international law. You must follow this one. Like some of them may expect can no, leave all those one. We don't grow past that one. What did the international law said as to a new country? You need to follow ya. So my brother, I thank you for taking out your time to educate our people, because I learned a lot too from you, which I don't even know. My brother Chukwu Okike Abiama gozie gị, Humble Lion Chukwu gozie gị, Asa Chukwu gozie gị, gozikwa onye ọbụla n'ebe a.
Ndewo.
Thank you so much.
Ndewo. Mazi Kevin, Chief, go ahead. The mic is yours. Go ahead. Ndewo. Chief, you see? Hello?
2 minutes, yeah. More than 2 minutes. When you go, another person may interrupt.
Go ahead.
Allow that person to talk. Only a member that interrupt. Go on, you mind their own time. There's already not there. So him not you could consign this way. So yes, all very, very important thing. Nande Gotaran. Babo Magap was the survivor way. So in olden days, Nambobo, don't work and they change their communicate to the Hanabro just wasteful like that. Na village enwere ogena na akụmachi ime meeting, which also going to be ya no dey ogena gbara na abia enwe odi ihe ya wo me otu esi ga ogena ya dị iche. People are rush abia mother na something me. The same thing with ụmụ nwoke enwe ekwu ha ya ha kwọ ịma no for oriri more for meeting. Enwe zu dị ekwe ya dan ebe onye na no ya say na ndukwu mmadụ ada na mma ihe eme na. So ihe niile ahụ sign ndị Igbo nwere oge a. So na ewete this survival way. So some people are now call rubbish about it. That means how much the meaning of Omenali Igbo before. Come can I post there no Igbo? So you know now support to hear this survival whistle, who a stupid human being going out, uche, or more the meaning or not also marana cho because of hatred or because of Nahane men or not Nahane men. Because most of them that envy and jealousy we hate Hanchanine, but we don't care. But our brother now, acquire this thing now. At least many people brain haga they more open because of about it. Here was already say or get on the amount as 70 something we got the meaning. So it's very, very nice thing to do, and we will continue. Oh yeah, make people acquisition people of more just handle here. Oh yeah, help well. Thank you.
They were Mazi, they were Chukwugozie. And the Mewuro here. Na anabata Mazi eze birikwo eze na ya dị eze asị m na enweghị ihe eme gị ka mụ ga ihe ga-eme gị ka ha na agbaga survival wiso na mgba ihe ya eme ha. Ndewo.
Ekenekwe m Mazi ekene m gị amapụtakwa outside.
Very well.
Ekene m Biafrans ndị nọ na comment section nọ na studio. I greet everyone and I greet you especially Mazi Nonso, because I followed your program this morning and I like how you are demolishing these people. Makana is not Wakowaro Egero. Makana, like what my brother Kedena said before, I also mediocre in this area of freedom. In this area of our nation, we need our best brain. Best brain means outside, but inside, doing research, doing necessary thing to help in a contribution to help, whether you are in the government or you are not in government. You from government can learn from you, you can learn from government. I actually mediocre like bam na that ndo joana na yeah we sense. Only believe na go 247. See what you supposed to. Had we been, you are following like you believe that this Biafra will come. You never believe. See what you're supposed to do. See Chinobido Boshia. Make on like a like on a everybody into. When you enter like Iba Chino program, I'm going to abuse you. You will drop everything you are doing to listen because you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot from there. Upper on the mediocre after Oberi and again, let me no waste time. Before now, Biafrans. Before now, Biafrans Nweburu, Yana Ikoro. That's ni ikwu me Ikoro ada. Kiebukwa Ikoro come now was a whistle now. What has the meaning of whistle and Ikoro? Before Western world abia to our side, it was the Western world. Kiha in a use and as a communication. For my village, all the hard na ihi ke mom na ori but na village la free. It can never happen. Even Nori but I go to like near neighboring village. Once help son go to Ikoronka, we will send our own mat guard or the entrance of my village to that village here in Neme. I'm gonna have about some not was a choice but as in a village cross village in Buffalo. We will catch them there. That is what you mean by this survival wisdom. Survival wisdom. Anyway, boy and your numbering village, you must say guard on your own village, on your own territory, on your own checky point. So, my brother, GCK, thank you so much for educating a slave. I wonder why, like, no, okay, this your program now. But I'm going to share for zone. In short. So thank you so much. Ganiru Maziombo.
Mazombola, where are you? Are you here? Mazombo Lion.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. Mazi coaches, but Mazi coaches follow the up. I'm no more my hand.
Allow him to say his mind. Yeah.
Okay. Mazi coaches, go ahead.
Yes, to Tutoma Muchuko Kikabiama, Tutoma Biafrans. Tutoma, everybody on our studio. Manu Kenan a comment session. Continue to like the program and they share Koda Bakumunai Ndunkama be the stage. I know now, Koda Bahananchi. And the same time, the surviving whistle. Mono one came Kabatana the studio in shorts. But for the few came get a goal. This surviving whistle. Oh no, there's so many things I hear about Rosie before. And another thing, always some things name Umunai. I don't know. Hagashina Hamalo the stage I know now. Because first of all, Mazinam the Canobial preach so many things. Hagashina chapter when no preach out. My Simon Ekpa, Bidokwebe Mazinam the canon stop. They preach kwe. To take away this stage I know now, after the declaration of United States of Biafra, some people cannot qualify another about everything. Ahuroje wupute, ngenye the government, ngenyelu every Biafrans aka adabariamba. I don't know. I know just say if I could see that Jumuna, what do they want? Ginka one need in this point of time. I know email. Kita kamlote those messages of Mazin Namdi Kanoto situation. Each I had the black man they did now. Because once he did to her and I was you know where the donkey years. A black man amanga there, they made that research. And I still thank the glory of God. The step, leave Biafra TV in Chuzo, where they make Umuna educate. So many things. How could she matter? All those things no in written notes. All these people should have fall back, fall deep. Hagashina have all those documents in not written notes. But You only thank the name of Chukwu Kikabiam in this point of time. There are so many things, there are so many people that is called as the stage I know now. Nga de whooped all those things, all those atomato. Nga de nyeru munna yaka. Another thing, everybody, this is the time everybody in should put. Can we support all this government and the because there is no another government to ask you again. Mazin Nam the canon puta tomorrow now. Onye ọ ga-ebu ụzọ jee ajụjụ bụ Maazị Simon Ekpa because ọ ya maka o nyere the mantle of leadership mgbe ọ ba n'ime. Maazị Simon pụtakwa Dr. Ngozi Orabeeze ka ọ ga-ajụkwa ajụjụ again. Ọ ga-achọ onye nwe anyị lekwa ihe nyere m n'aka dị ya nọ. Ọ ya mpụta that time gụnwa mbụ onye nke nọ aside na-agbara the same government mgba. What are you going to present? This surviving whistle ewepụta, that is the best thing. And get that about Sozia. And government in the normal, no gadra, my that's why you whooped. Everybody should support it. Forget about all these people now boy and ban social media. But ordinary form of aquachan one genon, a clue, a kukulu one genel, no, Nanki Pazon. Kada Ganuma Zombolayan. Thank you so much.
Mr. Humble, I don't see why some people actually find it difficult to accept the whistle of a thing. Like what chaos going hatch was the guy. I like him maybe man or somebody a name as Abala Kanazan, Onijana, Konijana. And somebody you take a step and somebody gone somewhere now counter the whole thing. Sometimes we just have to be careful, especially at this moment we are living. Not so many new things is coming out. All the very, very important that what you don't know, you ask question, you take you look before you leap. So that clearly make mistake. I now in the age of technology. And when so many things that is coming out that we are not aware of. And some people become so ignorant enough that they don't even want to learn. Just like Biafra TV, what he's doing now, on a help for so many people, because some people don't actually understand when they talk about let's be legitimate in this struggle. Some people don't know about this other dimension DPM is following, because they're already cooked in their mind that it's all about Woto. So that's why what Biafra TV is doing now is very, very important. It's all about us understanding that now we are fighting this struggle in different dimensions. That was what Simon Ekpa said. Different dimensions. Nigeria understand fighting all the time. They have never seceded from Nigeria before. So it's like a new thing. Only in all these politicians that are eating in Nigeria, so you shouldn't be surprised when people are actually agitating for nonsense. But what I don't like is when you don't know and you don't want to know, just like Adadi Orama, all the very stupid. Thank you.
No time to check time. Mazi, no time. Konne, no time. The mic is yours. No time. No time. This no time, annoying. Okay, put up. No time.
I will tell you that no the
Ndewo.
Yes,
very loud and clear. Very loud and clear.
One name mother, humble lion.
Ndewo.
I make a loan, I make a loan, make a loan, read the brand, Biafra, I make a loan. Oh, what you my water, because I bought a mumbai and the program. My water, this idiot woman, or the against the week, so because actually, you fight the against, although now, Uncle Zara, our vice PM eche mo ihe fa na our APM eche m ihe fa na-ekwu ọ bụ ka e wisu ọ kwere anyị na nkwa anyị egwu n'aka eche m ihe fa na-ajụ ya ka eji wisu ọ kịta na-afa kwụsịkwara dị wisu ka nke fa na-ekwuzikwa kịta na ọ ihe m chọrọ ịghọta
Maazị ka ịnụ from the woman ka ịnụ from the woman ka ọ hapụ dị ka na ka ịnụ from the woman achọghị m ịsa gị ya ka ịnụ from the woman ebe ị nidiri answer the woman ga-aza gị now just one minute.
Which terrorist pass this
Okay.
one?
Let the woman.
I ask you question. Which terrorist? If I call Ngozola as a terrorist, una go tell me why they call her terrorist. Tell me, which if I call Ngozola as a terrorist, una go tell me why they call her terrorist. Tell me, which terrorist pass this one? Now I ask you question. Which terrorist?
If work on that, so you go Papa James, na Papa just.
There's a way terrorist. Who doesn't know who terrorist? But
Yeah,
terrorist in car. Now money they go whistle. So go wait some AK-47. Have you seen that? Money they go whistle. If only
mana this woman kịta na this woman ọ bụrụ na wesu a na wesu a na ọ fụrụ ya na-ebute wesu a defend this woman ya atọ n'ụkwa kịta na-ajụ Ngozi ọrọbụ eze tụrụ n'ụkwa wesu kee nje wesu a dị
Okwuoli as NASCAR mụrụ ha before ọ dị ya surprise before the wesu yes Okwuoli ya
this woman kịta na o nwere video m na watch from o nwere video m na watch from Sky TV ọ na-ekwu okwu banyere our prime minister banyere Alpha terrorist asịkwa mana o nwere ihe na-aghọta that place o nwere ihe mụnwa ndị bịara na-aghọta that place mana this the same woman na-akpọ our APM na-akpụ ya terrorist nọdụkwa nga na-asịkwa
DPM, my brother, DPM, not APM.
DPM so nọdụkwa nga na-akpụkwa ya terrorist and normal na whereby na onye a bụ second in command to our prime minister and at the same time na fana abụbụ terrorist why would in fact this woman na-eme dị ya ntụgbụ for that I don't understand aghọta m ama m ihe mmadụ ji isi ya wee kwuru nke onye anọ I don't really understand well the only thing dị nga bụ anyị kelere Chineke na ihe ọbụla a na-emere anyị ihe ọbụla wa DPM na-emere anyị na ọ na-aga n'anya mana nke mụnwa ndị na-ayọkwa seriously bụ this our appeal because kịta na ka anyị ga-egosi na ịbụ gọọmenti ịghọtago this one na nke a bụ ihe ndị interested and another thing again bụ this the way to donate ego na internet before o nwere ka ekweli ọ na-adịrị m easy ọ bụ enwebe edere ya like that internet way nke a www.com usb bla 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 at least mba a na nga ọ na-aka adịrị m easy ịghọtago so idere ya ọ bụ enwebe sourcing.
Yes, my brother. Enwere for new mandate. From where are you calling? From where exactly are you? Are you in the homeland or are you
from Italy? Nke m one day nwere idea bụ nke that homeland mana one day na I can prefer that internet own. Yotago.
Yeah, nke mandate ahụ ịma na ọ ka dịkwa otu ọ dị new mandate a na-use tụkwa is still like that so you can source for that. I will give Humble Lion iji
maka ndị 419 jisiri na internet ihe unu je na-emetụkwara na ndị dị ka anyị bụ ọ bụrụ na na-eme program ntu a that particular link that thing unu na-eti ya na stream so that ndị dị ka anyị bata anyị amara na nke a bụ the original ịghọtago Ayaba na ka bụ the original. It's place ya na nga esinu ga na kpuru je menye nchọrọ ime. Yotago because some of us aya da pụta na donation. Yotago. Aya da pụta na donation. Oh bro, anyị ndị dị ka anyị na-enye ụmụ ihe 50 na 100 a ya na-emerewo nke anyị secret na pụrụ ụwa ya. Because this particular RP, any dream ya seriously ka government anyị follow ya. I need it seriously. Ka follow that case.
Okay, another way kwawo enwere ka ndị space si eme ya. I think nwada ngo ọ bụrụ na ị nọ here, you can explain that one. Ndị space, I'm sure space nwekwara ka ha si eme, so you can follow up that one. Ihe ị chọrọ nwoke ego gị na-abanye, that's all. You don't need to be a member or belong to space, you know.
Yeah.
So nwada ngo nọ ebe a.
Nwaanyị a bụ Chineke mere mmadụ ebere. Chineke mere mmadụ ebere.
So my brother, you can send message to Humble Lion number. Okay?
Okay.
Oji will tell your number, yeah, that.
Okay.
Mazi Kevin, go ahead. Okay. Mazi Chigozie. Go ahead, Mazi Chigozie. Go ahead. The blink here, I don't know why Oji you're not responding. But go ahead, Mazi Chigozie. I'm sorry. Read Biafran TV. Mazi, go ahead. Read Biafran TV. Go ahead.
Yes, so I have one place I want to highlight. After highlighting here, then, like I said, we move into another second session. Why we are here or you're this platform this morning. I know Biafra, but I here. Remember, articles now I will leave for us to after I get the place again. You were got him bro. Now this particular survival whistle is what we need this time around. Why do we need? They say the danger for a new country having an emergency number for information, for a signal. Now, in Biafra, we never have our own personal internet or our own personal line. That is what number one thing we must know. Nigeria their own emergency code number, which we all. Now the question is, our own private line I use as Biafran line. MTN or for Nigeria, when for Nigeria, now you will be on our own. Obviously, minus this survival whistle. How could we pass information? This goes to those who are the haters of the government and also the propagandists of this survival whistle. One, how about a whistle survival? Now they are charge. Now they are charge. No, they use internet and no, they use credit card. Now, a new country, they never have their own internet. Now, a survival whistle is one of the most important fundamental things they have to introduce to their citizens. Now, you get what put survival whistle. Country how emergency number. Every door, a place here emergency number na door. And you go for secretary guy inside your room in case if there is any emergency that you need to signal for. Now, they against survival whistle. Obruzie na otu ekwu na ikwesiri inwu ya bihi na enwebe internet. Obruzie na enwere ihe na-eme in Biafra and we need to pass message. And the government shall be like, see the on internet. Kedizie ka anyị ga-esi wee pass the message. This is where the whistle survivor is one of the most important fundamental rights that a new government of a new country being declared official has to introduce to his own citizens for them to use it for send a signal to defend themselves. When you lost in the wilderness, you can use a whistle survivor to get your way back. When you are under attack or a trap that holds somebody, like what one of our brothers explained here, gbasara onye na-agba nta onye ekwere anụmanụ mara ọ wesụ bụ na ọ nụrụ ya mana onye unu ga-ama bụ na e nwere ihe iche na wesụ nke anyị na-ekwu okwu ya. The far distance of this whistle carry far distance of any other voice or any other voice. And that's saying na ihe na o ji wee dị mkpa for a new country bụ na ha enwebe ego to establish ka ha wee mepee igwe okwu nke ndị be ha na onwe ha ga-ejide nke anyị. Even otu na emepegodi ya now, our people that our enemy those sabotages and the car na car very dangerous because when you use the phone to call, you can continue going with the other phone. If they are tracking the phone, they will track the phone, come where you are, and they arrest you. But survival whistle, you cannot track survival whistle except Meburia. And now somebody na Biafra land in a pass signal nwere ike igbu ya gbapụ tụapụ ya ọ were ya gbalaga ọsọ jee gbapụ ọsọ ịgbapụ ọsọ ebe ahụ ị nụrụ ogbu ya ka ndị iro ga-abịa ịchọ gị. So anyị chọrọ ka ị na-amata mkpa ọ dị bụ na enye survival whistle and ihe ma o jibere na homeland wee jide ya. Also ijide ya the survival whistle wee nọ ya wuti ndị iro wee na-egbu ya. One bụ na our military nọ on ground already, ha na-abịa, they will be monitoring the area. So the ihe ga-eme mgbe ahụ bụ na ọ bụ na ha bịara lay ambush ebe ọ dị anọdụ igwe kwuo nke ndị iro kwuo na ha bịara ebele nso igwe nke ha nwa kwuo ụdị ihe asị bụ na Chineke ji ma mara ọ bụrụ ụzọ gbara gị nwa abụọ na enemy were ejekwu ndị iro because ihe egbu ya with them and being na ọ ihe anyị nwa mara n'onwe anyị ihe anyị kwadoro ọfụma mara ka anyị si egbu ya mara ugboro n'ọla ọgwụ mara mgbe ị ga-egbu ya n'otu ị ga-esi wee gbuo ya. So mgbe ọ bụla onye iro gburu ị ga-ama na onye iro egbuola because the same code and the same voice gị nwa ji also a ga-amụba ụmụ Biafra nọ na homeland otu esi egbu ya. Ọ bụ just igbo whistle. Enwere mgbe ị ga-egbu ya with strength, nwere mgbe ma mgbe ya with strength, nwere mgbe ị ga-egbu ya so otu debe sort of four breeze in ya breeze ahụ na-aga so na up to 50 kilometers of away from where you are. So ihe ndị a niile bụ ihe ji lecha anya international ewe na we survivor ka mma for a new country karịa ịchọba an emergency number ụmụ Biafra. So onye ọbụla n'ime anyị ghọta gbasara ndị bụ ụlọ ozi mee he encourage to accept the whistle survivor for his own benefit and for his own self-defense somehow. Ihi na onye jiri ya information ka ndị agha anyị bịawa ihe ọ pụtara bụ na ya onwe ya na ndị agha ahụ bizokwa save ndụ nke ya. So ka anyị ncha niile lebara anya na uru ọ dị hapụ ihe a ndị ya na social media ebe ọ bụ na enweela akwụkwọ ụlọ ikpe na ihe ọdịdị ndị gosiri yes na ihe a bụ eziokwu na a na-eji ya azọ obodo pụtara ọfụ a dịka anyị nwa bụ United States of Biafra otu akọdị ụmụnne m. Thank you so much for this first session. I think this way we draw the curtain for first session. The is here from Kabua, but another different thing outrightly. On another day, we will continue how to use it, when and how many times again. Thank you so much. We move.
They were Mazi Kevin, go ahead. Mazi Kevin, Chief. Chief Onodia, your voice is not coming out. Chief. Hello, Chief. So, Mazi, go for the second session.
Okay. Second session anyị na-aga bụ ihe gbasara.
Biko, Mazi, before the second session, let us accommodate our whole to people in the comment section. I don't know if you are seeing it, Mazi Humble. If there is anybody that have question there, you can, so that Onogadekwa included in what we are doing. Go no partake here in this thing. Let me get my second phone and check. If there is anybody in the comment section that want to ask any question based on Nkakuzirakuzi, or you want to add or comment on something, you can do that on the comment section. We can bring it up and then attend to it while the second session is going on. I think so that people in the comment section will be partaking in what we are doing as well. So as they are doing that, Mazi, you can continue. But the people in comment section, you have the this thing, opportunity to say your opinion on the comment section so that we can pick it up from there. Dalo Mazi.
Thank you so much. As I said, you are right. You are right. And when I did, I will put our number on comment section. Maz Humble Lion, can you put your number, tag it on comment section? You know when they try to work. Maz Humble Lion. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, that is it. Yes, on this second section we are going to enter, we have two things to discuss on this second session. Number one, I na-eje ikwu okwu ihe gbasara between declaration of a new country and the recognition of a new country. Which one first under United Nations Charter? Or bụ recognition ka a ga-ebu ụzọ nweta before azaba country, ka a ga-ebu ụzọ wee zaba country before abịachawa recognition because of fallback, 4D, autopilot, IPOB, Adandoshu, and all of them. That is why I want to present this particular topic to us. After about Kaigesi, KCMia, Mobo, Ibuzo, de declare Naze country, Bozo, Kobo, what recognition without this as a country, Kogabo, Kaiman Kebuzo Nima. So listen as I play it, and we all, like we did, going to have our 2 minutes to also emphasize on this, because the fallback and fall deep and CRC and Andosh, all of them are bringing confusion to our people. That is why we are here to manage and bring out the best information out of misinformation that is everywhere, because lies is always first to circulate everywhere. It takes a time for truth to come, and once truth to come, it will start getting ground gradually. That is when I believe that a journey of 1,000 miles also start with 1,000 steps. Listen to this.
Declaration of independence always comes before the recognition. A new country must first declare its independence to exist as a sovereign entity, at least in its own view. The act of recognition, whether by individual states or by the United Nations, is a subsequent action taken by other members of the international community.
Thank you. I mute here. Do we have this clearly?
Very well, very well.
Declaration of independence is always come before recognition. Now, you ask Eleya Sangodabri, who is taking our government to court, in which law supports what they are doing with Ogenkere, except that they are well-paid agents from Nigeria to stop declaration. Declaration comes first before recognition. Do you know why when I go into all this, I am very happy is that they make it compulsory for you to understand what they are saying. Listen to this. A new country must first declare its independence to exist, to become an existing sovereign entity. A new country must first declare it. What Agwani did on November 29, 2024 is the only way for you to become an existing country. How could you think na gị wee nye onwe gị afọ? Kedụzi afọ ndị mmadụ ga-eji were recognize ya gị nwa? Kedu afọ a ga na-akpọ gị? A ga na-akpọ gị onye a? Ọkwa inye onwe gị afọ, ewee buzo ewerezi afọ ahụ parents gị nye gị ka a mụrụ gị, were na-eme gị adreesị. Ka ọ bụ eji mega adreesị, eme gị ya wit nwata ebu n'afọ, ma were ya mega adreesị as who? Ihe a a common thing, but because of our people, na okwu ahụ Chetima kwuru mezuru, and okwu Obasanjo na ndị otu ya kwuru si na ọ bụrụ na ha ama na ụfọdụ n'ime anyị laikiri ego karịa nwere onwe, na ha karị ịgba ofu mkpụrụ egbe n'ala Igbo ma n'ala Biafra na ha karị mebi iwere ego nye anyị eji egburu iburu onwe anyị anyị ji mebi ihe ifuru ndị ọjọọ nọ na-emeta na soshal midia a na-eme ya ọzọ dịka ibia na-atụfughị mgbe bụ na oke iwegota ihe a na-ekwu Chetima gwa gị sị gị na ihe a ga-eme bụ na a ga-azụrụ egbe binye Igbo youth ka ha ji egbutara Igbo onwe ha na Biafran land. Gị na-eme today enwere Ebube Agụ, enwere President Ogachi, enwere Agụ na-eche mba, enwere many things ebinyere egbe. Gịnị bụ ọrụ ha? Ịdị na awara afọ onye na-ekwu okwu United States of Biafra tụọ ya ka akpụrụ ya ofua. Then iji n'ụzọ sọsọ na ndị nọ n'ụlọ ka mgbe e were egbe ndị nọ n'ụlọ, gịnị ka ị chere a ga-enye ndị na abroad? Ihe a ga-enye ha bụ ego ka a ga-enye ha. Ego a nke efuru ewere n'oge nkere onye sara ya kwara na Chiamaka ji ha wee bido. Today ego ahụ a na-azị abịa. Ihe na Nigeria gọọmenti very smart on their own way. Ha afụgo n'oge nkere felụ otu all the members of DOS wee felụ stop okwu gbasara Biafra by na ha stop Maazị Simon Ekpa, our prime minister. They use that the same method otu ha si wee were egbe binye na southeast southeast Igbo United States of Biafra with 40 states. Gịnị ka ha mere today? Ha ejekwa abroad mee meeting wetakwa ego nye ụfọdụ ndị jiri obodo ebe kemgbe ahụ dị na mekanik ji enwe ihe n'ụta ego ma ndị Naijiria apịcha pampas ụmụazị na skuul ga-enwe ego. Ha afụzi opportunity ha ji wee fụ ego wee bi destroy ihe a na-eme. Ọ ka i wee mara na okwu ha kwu na ha mezuru ya, mana ebe ike na wee gwụ ha abụ na gịnị mere na ga-ebu n'ụzọ na anyị standry with our DPM and with cabinet members on our mandate of declaration. When people talk about the mandate is declaration of United States of Biafra. That is the pure mandate of Atobie. Ask Ngozi Oronbesi to protect. Every other thing in between is under United States of Biafra that was officially declared on November 29, 2024. I will not emphasize more because all of us know about that. Let us continue as we move.
The United Nations Charter, which outlines the process for a new country to be recognized and admitted as a member state, was created to promote peace and security among existing nations. It does not dictate when or how a new state must declare its independence.
I hope you followed here. Take the last word. It doesn't matter how a new state declare their independence. Every country in the world, there is a day they stood up and declare their independence. Mepo na taa na afọ anyị bụkwanụ United States of America. Hemepo nukwuo today na afọ anyị bụkwanụ UK. Na afọ anyị bụ England. Today hemepo nukwuo na afọ ebe anyị nọ bụ France. Na afọ ebe anyị nọ bụ Spain. Na afọ ebe anyị nọ bụ Italy. On ịma ha na-enwe na the only country nọ n'ụwa ga-enwe declaration document bụ ndị asịrị afọ ha bụ Nigeria. Nigeria enwe document of declaration because there was amalgamated till today. So going further, in the United Nations Charter, which outlines the purpose for a new country to be declared, this law said, now it does not matter how they want to declare it, but the most important thing is na declaration before any other thing. Now declaration created to promote peace and security for an existing nation. On existing nation, you must do what? Declare it first. For a new country, let us go.
For a new country to be considered for admission to the UN, it must submit an application after it has already declared its independence and meets the criteria for statehood. These criteria, established in customary international law, are a defined territory, a permanent population, a government, and the capacity to enter into relations with other states.
Thank you. You had it here. For a new country to be considered for administration to the UN, it must submit an application after it has already declared its independence. This is only way. This is process. How we can become what was we were a nation, and if we want to become a member of UN, that we must do what? We said it must submit an application after it has declared its independence and met the criteria for statehood. What are those criteria? Something you know. A permanent population of people, over 50 million people voted for self-referendum. Again, define territory. 40 states of the of Biafra is our territory. A workable government, which led by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, capacity to enter into relations with other states. That is why we are submitting our document everywhere. This is a short clue of UN Charter, proving to you why, and first thing to be hand over to is what? Declaration. Without declaration, if others says you are going to be like a country like Kosovo, Taiwan, Northern Cyprus, and one other country like that. Today they are a country, but because of they did not have official declaration, Nigeria government accept bribe of money from oil and also borrow money from everywhere to bribe their way in. Nigeria is supposed to be on the level of Kosovo, Taiwan, and Northern Cyprus, because these three countries did not have official declaration, and that is why they are not a member of UN. A country that's under UN cannot support them in what we are doing. That is one thing we must know. Now look at this buffoon on this screen, who don't know the meaning of a country, and the military man who claim his what? That his land is under siege. He's eating chicken openly in social media. When he's wearing that his uniform and they calling Donald Trump, Netanyahu, if they are seeing him, and these kind of people are the people that will say they are our commanders. Can America, Israel, can any country in the world take us serious by seeing a human being who can his military and present himself like this after our official declaration? That is why these kind of people are not supposed to be a commander in Biafran army, because he's a disgrace. Tell me, even Christopher Musa, have you seen him where he's eating even common food in a gathering open place? And somebody, his land is burning. He's eating chicken, feel relaxed, refresh himself. And he will come and tell you, Donald Trump, Netanyahu, they will see him as what? Rebel, insurgency. And in fact, a terrorist is what they call them. But that is not the topic we're here today to do. But because of what we are doing, for him to know that without declaration, Biafra is not a country, but now that we have declared it officially, we become an existing sovereignty, and also we have equal rights to do what? To apply membership in UN. In that UN membership, they said we must submit a declaration document. We must submit a declaration document. So when you see these people of fallback, IPOB, and all of them, because of the money they are making in the position that they find themselves, that they know that under government, they cannot be able to hold such position. That is why they capitalize in what we are doing. And that is why we are not going to give them chance. Because in the International Charter, anybody who disobeyed, who refused to work under a new country government, like in my previous video, you will see how the international law was, how they see them, and the name they was being given. But now we have officially declared it. We have an equal chance. We have a right to apply to be a member, to go sign treaties, sign contracts. That is one thing about declaration. It's a fundamental right that must be done if you want to become a sovereign state, an organized international and global stage. I will stop for here. Let our people put their own thinking, their own thoughts in what we just read now, and we move on the second session. Thank you so much as we move.
Yeah. I just want to add a little bit on this. Imana, it's so funny, very funny when these guys hapụta asị na DPM na-emebicha ihe ọbata obi edozi. Then the same word with DOS as well. But they forget the things that he was saying. They just concentrated on they just want to be static. Just like what you said here now, that now I don't know if you have that video when Simon said, until we declare our nation, otherwise we are still making noise. So now you got okay my video until we declare, otherwise we are still making noise. So now if for these people that choose to be that place where they will be making noise and they don't listen to what that for them to be recognized, you need to stand on what you redeclared. So these are simple English that you can actually put one or two together and you follow up. And it for that now, all is so strange that now our minds are not the same, that these guys where we are now is strange to them because they are used to a particular thing. They don't even know the difference between the transition and you remaining where you are before. And that's why they are very, very comfortable. Just like I said before, that I don't know why men on ground choose to be in the bush, because even though I actually don't understand those guys, like me particularly, I already understand why they said come and be on the umbrella of USB. In alone under the USB, if anything happen, just like the reason a country where airline, let's say London, Kita, where a lot of airlines that they use for commercial whatever, but in Nigeria, Allen Onyema is just managing his own, which is not normal. A normal country supposed to buy a lot of airplanes and lease it out. Now, and when you as a person, a slot in the airport, and when in case of insurance and stuff on an eject court, the government will come out as the owner of the company. You are just somebody that is doing hire purchase. So this is the same thing these guys don't understand, that it's much more safer for them to be under an umbrella that can protect them, both national and international.
I love you so much, and
so they don't actually get the why there is. It seems like colonial, but I just blame these guys because even sometimes on yale that I was Biafra because if Ogenkere said no na enwete Biafra, TRC or what, say na USB si na enwete Biafra, onginwa ima na onginwa no n'iru ogu adara mma na bie na aṅụ coffee or tea na shout ụmụaja onwe ọsaụtụcha ihe oje ṅụọ grandpa ahụ ụra onginwa ka mmiri zowe ọma gị n'ọhịa ebe ahụ anwụ tawa ọta gị that place. I think that men on ground should have wisen up even more than anyone on there to actually know that now how we hear but sometimes it feels like on our set sometimes they just as aroba aho or uro menana because the more they stay there, the more higher for business impact on ka atụkọtara anyị ego. Ọkwa ịnụrụ nke na-asị nwunye ya na ego ọbanyego na akaụntụ kwa Chika ejeteli ofe ego ọbanyego na akaụntụ. There's no way he nọgide one day here inwe because I think the reason why they don't want to be where they will be monitored is because of the change that comes out from this struggle. And don't hear the all these people where they are today. Vam doesn't want to leave that information office. Barawa doesn't want to leave in Minister of Information office. Oge Nkere is opportune to be called a acting prime minister. These guys have never dreamt of even being in a government or even having an office in a government platform. But they were opportune to be in this place, and that's why they grab it, and they know that going over to USB, they don't have any chance. They have no chance at all to be where they are. But they just want to pursue to put every time and Nana shout, the hatred is too much. The hatred, the too much that now the trigger switch of Adadiorama is once you mention Ngozi Orabeze or trigger Bunje. Anything on the road or now that's why even when you get up but be terrorists or we can with an idea on I come so far and Ngozi Orabeze dig involved. Everybody should go down. And it's so sad. It's so sad. I just wish because now men on ground should have corrected this thing because now they enable these guys to be doing this thing. All Nigwe Bitozo and Gentle and enable these people to be doing all these things they are doing. We shouldn't have been here. Or when they choose to work with the USB from the beginning. But I can't anyway. But all I know is that the enemy came late. They came late. Nigeria, I think Nigerian government is just testing the nature to see how nature will react, because if you really want to be one Nigeria, it's a very simple thing. America is a very, very big country. Each state in America has their own law. In UK, marijuana is acceptable in California, but San Francisco is not like that. It's the same way. Open Nigeria work as one Nigeria. It could have worked for them, I know, as a Nigeria, but everybody manage your own resources and develop yourself. We developed what we used to fight the war. How come after the war, Nigeria did not take that advantage? By now, how can they elect weapon? But they just choose to shut that thing out. Import and export. Since they don't want to build any factory in Nigeria, we decided to be going to China to be bringing those things. Yet they don't want to give us seaport. So all these things here, for food that now in a team what I hear, na see anya benakwa. And then even Nandekano no mobu here. Nandekano follow that now. These guys, you keep talking of one Nigeria, but you are not telling us what we are going to gain tomorrow. But Nandekano came out and tell you that I am about to build a Biafra that will be the champion. Onye ka ye lelo dogwa oyego. At least you can nke faith. You can faith ulilanya that na at least every no the home man can test can try another side. No we kill them. But the government of Nigeria becomes so wicked. So wicked and ignorant that they tell you they want you to be that place they want you to be. Yet, why don't you do something for us to be comfortable? And made to Bono, I'm from Niger. Until when I was having a debate with somebody about what the country do for them, I couldn't say anything anymore because I can't even count anything that Nigeria have ever done for me. The first word the world tells you that you are your own local government chairman. Ibido from there. That's why some people enweghị limit ha na-akpa ego ịya akpa nke oyi eri ịya afụ somebody ya eburu ego gọọmenti o buru ya ọ na-akpa ị na-afụkwa na onye a ego a ya adịkwa ọnwụọ mana ọ na-akpa nke oyi eri kpa nke ụmụ ya yeri kpa nke ụmụ ya yeri yet ọ na-afụ na ọ dọrọ ego a yet ọzọ a na-abịakwa ọ na-adọrọ na pak ọ dị very very ọ dịrọ good. Thank you very much.
Kevin, go ahead. Maazị Ndewo. Maazị Kevin, go ahead. Enwere onye n'ọhịa Uchenna Chukwu Ikewu. Ọ sị, I cannot come online, say my own option. Here, those survivor whistle shall only given to the men on ground, only because of our safety in the zoo government bad in the Nigerian government bad, sorry. So Maazị ihe onye a kwuru, this person now.
I can't come online, my own opinion.
Yes.
Here, the survivor whistle shall only give to the men on ground, only because of our safety. Nigeria government bad. No, he's right, but we can't give it to only them because all information ka eji alụ ọlụ n'okwu Igbo. Weta the information ndị nọ n'elu ala ga-afụ the information wee pass ya mgbe a na-abịa. That is the essence of the whistle, my brother, because ọ bụrụ na yes sọsọ ha the whistle enwe ihe na-eme n'elu ala ha ama mma and ọ maka na enwe ha such thing na Nigeria gọọmenti ji eme ha bata ha agba everywhere ọkụ la mana ọ bụrụ na enwere ya mgbe ahụ ha bara ndị mmadụ na-agba ọsọ na-agbapụsị n'ụlọ ha ga na-afụ the whistle then the Biafra military esi ebe ha nọpụta bịa mee ha attack to chase them. That is what you were bro na onye ọbụla need the survival whistle, my brother. Thank you so much.
Security. Okay. I mean, I just want to say a little thing. Okay, security is for everybody. Security is for everybody. Police in a country cannot police everybody in a country. That's why neighborhood watch, which nabai or how one day village security. Because, and the vigilante. Yeah. Because police cannot be anywhere. That's why they work with them. So these people have to get whoever may break in or something. Then they hand them over to the police. In a men on ground whistle only. Can't you was in there with the intel? Isn't the agua men on ground? Or but the point of the whistle is collective defense network for everybody, not only for the army, but for you yourself, for everybody to be aware that another home. That is the point of the whistle. Whistle how AK-47. When we whistle the A4 whistle, it's not a miracle. It's an alert mechanism.
Yes.
For you to know that there is danger. Thank you.
Instead of giving Reggie Boy, you use the whistle. I know represent.
Mazi Kevin, sorry for keeping you waiting. Go ahead, the fans are listening.
Okay, my brother Kulas, one na ndị nọ n'ime ọhịa na mosquito na-ata ha nke nwa na-eme ha nke ọzọ.
Can you hear that?
Huh? We can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear him.
Yeah, you can hear him.
Are you hearing now?
Yeah, I think it's coming out.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
So these people just not there. They waste time on them mother cannot contribute to ego, banko, most of them. So but in the only with them but and did not under them, sorry the free because how are we say ni more about and only more here not powerful. But and that's how commander on this these people are not inside bush. Where I know never enjoy. That is why you go to the city na ihe ọrụ ndị kwuru na-akwụkwọ ya afa because ọ ka amara ịsadịrị ebe ọ nọ ọ ka amara ihe bụ ebumnobi ya ọ nara ndị ebe ọ nara ndị ebe a so o nwere anwụ ma ọ agwọ na-ata ọ ndị ha trenụrụ ọkụ ka mma na-ata dị afụfụ but ọ bụrụ na ha nwee mis ha ejibe esi ebe a pụọ na ha chọọ Biafra tutu ha pụọ je join na ndị need Biafra enwere ndị Biafra ọ bụla enwere ndị amị menọ nga ndị ọhụrụ na kwesịrị ịpụta na soshal midia bịa na-agbọ ka nkịta ma ọ bụ na ọ dị serious ya ọ ga-awụ ụta ya ma ọrụ nwe ya ọrụ like this way so kịta na trend na a ga-enye ha na-abụ otu ha si gaa na-eme observe ebe egwu dị wee so enwe mgbe our leader Nnamdi Kanu sị na ha zuzuru bịa na any community gbuo na osisi gbuchie ụzọ ebe ha ga-esi egwu ịlọs ha agba ọsọ by the way na-egeji ha ihe niile ahụ ihe ha kwụsịchara na-etinye n'uche kịta mmadụ na egwu wesụlụ a ọ bụrụ na onye ka one village ka ga-egbu ya wesụl amago that na danger is there the boys nọ dị abụ ndị ike chi ofu si dochie ụzọ ndị ga-eji imesụpụta ha mesụpụta jezie imesu ha chọzi ịgba ọsọ and nke ọ na-ememi na chi ofu ebe kpo ya na n'ebe a ka gọọmenti ọ ka ndị mmadụ hapụ na-afụ dat enwere ndị a na-ekiri ya ma ọ gịnị ọsọ nwere niile ahụ na-ebute katakata niile anụ so ebe a ka m chọrọ ịtọ maka isi na mosquito nata enwe mosquito nata dis people and ọ bụrụ na ha chọrọ ịrụ ọrụ onwe ha ọrụ thank you
ndewo maazị ndewo chukwu gozie gị ana m ewere ohere a na-ewe ka ọmụ Triple M onye eziokwu Triple M birikwuo ụtụtụ ọma ede otu i mere ede otu famili gị mere today ama m na ifodo gị up ozi Biafran TV nọ n'ezi today Triple M ya mi nọ dia the mic is yours Triple M ọnọ ya Coachus ọ dị busy okay
Yes, my brother.
go ahead with your
Nchinchi na ọma nnọọ ji nke na-ezi n'ụta onye nke na-atọ achị nnọọ because first of all the first message gagodoro straight and the message our brother read Biafra TV wepụtakwa this morning again. The message is a very powerful message in short. Number one, amụ nwa ife agọ nwa mgbe a mụchara nwa before onye nọ n'akụkụ shio nwanne ya mụrụ gị bụkwa n'aha nwanne ya mụrụ ọshio na aha ya bụ so person. After the declaration of United States of Biafra onye nọji n'akụkụ bụ ngachiji yes ntekwa n'aha country unu declare Ishano United States of Biafra. From that place, Omari, yes. Because so many of them can on social media today. China gave Vozo with recognition before declaration. Nte ka na-eme nte ebe a na-emedu nke myself. Another thing dukwa ka ibe this woman ada kwulikwuli nọ na social media dey timpuni. This is the right time. That akwụkwọ our government mgbari ya. Akwụkwọ our government mgbari ya. This is the right time ha kwechi take that thing up. Because ashala na mgbe ahụ ọ bụrụ omenala. So many people and so many of our children can ege this woman ntị. Ha nwekwara ike chee nọ na this woman ọ na-eme the right thing. But ọma mma n'ụzọ ka this woman na-edufe. This is the right time. Everybody kwesịrị ịma. Na this woman nọ here. Mkpọrọ onwe ya ada kwurikwuri ihe ọ bịara for destruction onwe ntị na ọ bịara idoji. Because here we come people go on. Call Dr. Ngozo Rabiezi, terrorist. Mepon for our prime minister, terrorist. Now that the same platform on a platform Majan. Game for you all come for because automatically who are everybody in a Kuku Biafran terrorist. Once you are standing on the truth, that's how is pointing into you.
Ngozi Arabeze, oh, yeah, be alive by 5 o'clock.
No, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze Akpoya. He's calling every one of us that name. Because once you are standing on the truth, that name is attached to you. That is what everybody in Kuchinaman and Cape Pazon. Even all those people can hear Ada and them and deged. Ya Gawani who knew a man or him, not the ham. He's also calling you that the same name. Only thing will give everybody today. Don't allow yourself. Equino coblogon about that person I get use. Because once he happen we get use Mugiga not to die. Finland mmegwuru nke Britain mmelu now. Finland mmelu nke ashwa me. Ha ga no die. They're going to receive it heavily. Because when any country put today, you know how na Zadia no anu ogo. And that's the reason why our Mazinam the Kanun Jewish we have chosen to fight. And that fight we are going to fight it. Everybody in Kachekwe and Nigeria, they are mad today. All these evil politicians. Nkanabana security, ukuna security. All those security nina mepe. Who is the head of those security? All these flying janja with. Iga huebe mepelu. This in that code on a kudo queen self. Ye cheke only shinda code before he many meeting or bona. All these flying terrorists in uniform, Gano Kwadi. That is anything. That is the only thing Umuna and Kushida Matan and Cape Azon. All these people did not come for our freedom. They did not come for the betterment of Umibo. They did not come for the betterment of Biafrans. This is the right time. Everybody should know la kunye. And a kuna Batagwaka. It will take surviving wisdom. Agejuem so that in wait a any signal. You better surviving wisdom. Some people they are there against it. Why? Because they have been paid by the Fulani Janjaweed. Don't allow yourself to be used. Nchina niya haka drum. Magwacha wana imokeze dos. I hit my mic from here. Thank you.
They were Mazi Kuchus. Thank you so much. Triple M, you know there, can you go now? Chudubem, Mazi Chudubem, Ogini Wigi, Ogini de Wigi we. And then you oh yeah, go ahead and talk to their friends. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know. Oh, okay. Our brother Biafran TV, thank you for this teaching. Thank you very much for this now. Keep it up. I don't want to when I your platform. Keep it up. Say it.
Thank you so much.
No. Yes, go. So they go need because onye nke na-ekwu na our brother na-ekwu sị na the waste need be na only be area no na ọbọ na be area you see how mara na mara ọbọ na be mega attack how how will they know? Obu na enye ha sonso. Obu na the army ji whistle. How will they know na abadi big attack? On the no around the see a man abadi big attack. See, oh signa before a general whistle, I got akuzi otesi were na ezie. See, so adosho na aka yi ọ na nkwa na-ajụ mgbe anụ nwa ebe ka whistle ụdụ o kwere nkwa whistle kere ebe ọdụ oke na whistle around the go na Biafra na nwaanyị anakwa akọkwa ilu na isi evil man hatred nwanyị dị too much hatred too much and ọzọrọkwa ka ibe ya bụ isu ụka ọ dị nke makeup na gentle na butu ụzọ na ndị anụnwa asụ nkwuo ndị anọ n'ime ọfịa ndị anọ n'ime ọfịa ndị na-emetere ebere bụ ụmụaka nọ ndị dem they want to read many of them ha chọrọ ịfụ mana ikwu ha na kpam egbuo ha gị onye gwụgharị ọnụ egbuo ya ọ ya anaghị eme onye akpọrọ okwu na be ha because one of our brother kwuru na o mere onye akpọrọ okwu na village attack wa ya zabo so onye nwetara opportunity otu o yesi were hapụ da aka m hapụ ebe anwa ụzọ na gentle n'ụwa ya ka asọ gị kpọkpụrụ ka onye nweta opportunity nya apụ da pres nya achọwa steeti ya ga join steeti ya ga fight your state ga protect your state. We are no longer in agitation. I am on a nation now, new nation. We are on a new nation. I'm going to hear a nation today. Like our EPN said that now all our men, Makesha Baba Baza Buzam, man, our boys, this time our boys to no. I was in a nation now. I was you going on and yes, I'm an I confront.
Ndewo, Mazi, igafele 2 minutes. Dika attention go today because of hand Jinaka. So I'm in here 2 minutes. Yes. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and finalize.
Our phone is in boot today, which all of us know. So let's Skype on that one. You get support for USB. We buy in USB. Our next one, you will try the commission.
Dewo. Maz, Eze, akwenwe hi nwere ikwu. Eze.
Maazị Ekenekwe m gị. Biafra TV. Thank you so much. Like I said before, what we need in the stage where we are now is our best brain. Like what this program you read now, you explain now is yes, direct. Because Elias and David swing government, swing our cabinet to court. Let me use this opportunity and ask this Elias. You are here in Finland, 29 November 2024. The purpose of this Elias in Egypt, Finland, all last year, big 29 November 2024. Here they declared on 29 November 2024. Or do you want to tell us, being Biafra, that we are foolish, that we don't know our rights? All these people from Ogenkere, Elias, Mabutuzo, all these people have already been paid. And the Biafrans, you people know that God, even never is aka chukwu dị n'ihe anyị na-eme. Aka chukwu dị n'ihe anyị na-eme maka na ọ bụrụ na our DPM wait, let's declare this on 2nd of December, that's 2024.
me and you. I'm on again pushing no ever go to Biafra maka na gini. Ihe a dey plan, here we go plan, here we go agenda to disrupt, to disorganize everything on that second. Maka ọ gwa ekwuche nkwo ọ bụrụ ichetere on 30th of that November 2024. There is a group of people in that land, group of Biafra flag nọ na street na-akụ iyi ndị si na ebe ha si bịa na Finland na na declare na na-egichi ụmụnne anyị ndị a bụ ndị oge nke dị na Nigeria people gathered in Finland to go and fight in that hall. But unknowing to them that ihe Chukwu degoro na Chukwu edego ya. Meru this declaration happened on November 29. And remember, my Biafra people, you people remember, after that 29, these people don't have any power again to go there and fight or do anything. They come out in the street to you present activity with one alcohol wine. Again, our PM say that don't expect us that after the declaration we will be that we will be shooting and fighting every day. No. Afterward, this declaration is for us to get legal documents to pursue to go any office we want to go as a nation. But apart from this declaration, all we are doing is a noise until we get this document. We draw only now only this document in back. This Biafra anyị na-achọ kunu na-achọ maka na unu is pure now ihe unu na-achọ bụ Nigeria, one Nigeria, and I pity my people that still believe in Nigeria, that still saying one Nigeria, especially all these useless people they just join, all this governor in name of security. They call you for security for you to use you to kill your own people. Shame on you. People, shame on you people. But aja need you take me. Can drop go there, but thank you, man.
Ndewo Chukwugozie gị. Maazị enwere one of our amam onye awụ ma onye Biafra ma ọ gị na ọ sị afọ ya wụ Nnamani Timothy. Also, do you want to put people in trouble? It is only when you secure 80% of the Biafran territory. That is when survival whistle will work. Mazi, I believe if you hear the respond.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
What is the name of the person again?
Also
Nnamani, right?
Yes.
Nnamani. Whoever that is telling you that, let me ask you, how can we secure our land over 80%? How?
From Indias.
What can we use to secure our land over 80%? Remember that we have handled this program, this particular question on this platform.
Yes. From Indias.
Yes. My brother, let me just say, brother, because I did not see any insult or any attack. You just ask a question. On none of non-international law said that we have to get our land 80% before we can use survival whistle. Nowhere in the world. Now, under Montevideo Convention 1933, I want you to go and search Nnamani. What makes a new state and how you can secure your land. They said, number one, you cannot secure, they said absolutely no under the Geneva Convention that you can secure 80% before anything. No. You don't need to secure 1% before you use your survival whistle. Your survival whistle is a major role for you to give your military information for you to secure your land. You secure your land through also by diplomatic movements. International politics is only way by recognition after declaration. Recognition give you a name called a sovereign state under Montevideo Convention, and they are attached to Geneva attached to United Nations Charter. Article 43, paragraph 2 to 5 mention criteria you must meet. In that criteria, nothing like getting your land 80%. Please, my brother, Elias is deceiving you. No way. They said no. Protection of your land starting from the day you open your mouth and declare a nation a full country. That is how it happened. Because Oge Nkere, Sonny Akwarawa, Elias look at people that they can be easily to be deceived and told you that you have to get your land 80%. How can you get your land 80% under international law? If you get your land 80%, why are you declaring? Why are you looking for army? Why are you looking for recognition? It doesn't work like that, my brother. Please do not be deceived. But I believe that our next article, our next session, the last one today, will also help you to understand there is no way in life you will get to your country 80% before you can start using survival whistle. If you get 80%, somebody who went to exam and gets 80%, is it not passed? Do he need any test or any exam again to pass? You don't need anything because you have already passed the examination. That is where we are. So please, it's a typical lie. So survival whistle is a part of they say it's a primary single info to pass information to raise a signal that there is a danger of occupier, like Nigeria states, to give our military information that they are coming, for them to come out and chase them away. Thank you so much. We continue what we're doing.
Dewo. You still have more something?
Yes, we have the last one. I think that this last one, when we come back, I think we will handle it when we come back again this evening before our fundraising. The topic is a danger in a new country after declaration and the fall back. The danger of falling back after declaration of a new country. That could be the next article or next session we can assuming. But I think from 7 o'clock I was sitting till now. So I think this one is what we'll come back in the evening time to handle before our fundraising. For people to know the danger of falling back after our declaration. I think we can handle it in the evening time. I think so.
Thank you so much. Maazị Kevin, enwere ihe ị chọrọ iji submit ya? Maazị Kevin. Maazị Kevin nọ n'ọdị a?
It's okay. Only thing I'm sorry ikwu bụ Biafrans. Chino ewepụtago time ya research ya many things. Bịa ka ọ kụziere ndị na-amarọ ndị na-enwero time ije research ya. Ndị na-enwero time learn. At least from here now, you will learn a lot. Because ka ihe niile na-akụzi today ka ọ bụrụ ihe ga-aba n'isi anyị were ya rụọ ọrụ. Ka anyị hapụ ị na-eke ndị na-edisive anyị ntị like onye a kọmentrị kịta na ọkwa nna ọ nọ hie na otu esi kọwakwara ya o wee ghọtara na ndị fọmfọju akpa na-achọ means anyị eji wee na-confuse ndị need this Biafra true. So Biafrans, biko ihe ọbụla unu wepụtara oge unu wee gee try ya nke ọ bara unu uru ka ndị kụzikwe na-akụzi nwoke n'ọṅụ that na ha nwee more chance ijekwejela research more and more because ọ bụrụ na research ya wepụta unu ege jikwa uche unu wee makwara na ihe ọ na-ekwu eziokwu ọ ya enye ya more power ị na research more. Likewise our PM oge ọ pụtara ọfụ oche a ka o si research every day na-akụzi until ndị mmadụ more understand. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu the same thing. So this platform, dịka isi ekwu kemgbe anyị mepere this platform abroad for saga, abroad for ine asịrị kụsịbịa ha kwu then onye ahụ aghọta the more Chinefo, the more brain again, the more in I got that na ne do fear Biafras, the SS, but Ike ya worried Hanchani in no. Ask him Komara and Amma, Ngozera Bez the Epon and Anona. Chineke ya na-agbago ume na-enye gị more wisdom ihe eji wee na-aga na-abata wee na-asịkwa men on ground ndị kwere na Biafra true ebe ọnụ nọ Chineke nna chịkọba unu ma nyekwa unu wisdom training ọnụ na-aga iji wee ghọta ihe bụ Biafra Chineke ga na-agba unu ume na-enye unu more power anyị nidoro na social media unu nwere commander unu nwere onye isi na USB onye ya kọrọ akọ o butere anyị ọ bụrụ onye a bisusu si ebe osi so na ya men on ground of tabara akọghịrị bụrụzie ya news broadcaster we don't need that so asị nkụbọchị nkịta tamara na ma wee bụkọ mgbe ya bịaghachite again Congo Lion chike ọ na-apịa arụ ka ọ na-ebe I greet everybody
ndewo maazị nwada anyị nwaanyị ziri ozi ama m ị nwere time irespond to her ị nwere time
Go ahead, can respond while you respond.
In the case of Nigerian government being a controversial and highly corrupt country, the use of survival whistle may be misused, and you will do nothing, and you will do nothing. That is my misused way, and then when I me, I'm not even understand.
Yes, I got them. Let me tell you this. Let me use Finland to address you. In time of Finland, between red and white, that is Finland to Finland, and the Russia who sponsored Finland, the red against white, there is things that they used. Because of that, Finland is fighting. Does this stop those that the white Finland people on the strategy I use to defeat the white or stop? And the answer is no. We know Nigeria, how corrupt they are and how they can do things, even manipulate things. Let me tell you this. When ESM was formed newly, Nigeria government went ahead, colluded with some those betrayed ESM when it was formed newly, to go and sold. They went to go and sew Eastern Soluti Network uniform. So no one have to have before. Now how party effect. Does it mean na anyone busy Biafra then they Eastern Soluti Network and because of them, or Eastern Soluti Network is easier for her. On ifube na social media, Ngandi Nigeria government Eastern Soluti Network, even now, they went ahead, sold some part of Biafra Liberation Army. Because of the higher GQF, or Gemesi and the Biafra, Liberation Army is their uniform. Or when time comes, that is why all things are noted in our life. That's why I said we must stop reasoning the way we are reasoning. We must reason like a new country, depending where you are, how they are reasoning. And we must change the way we think. Listen, because of we have whistle, the government is corrupt. That's why we told you in every 1 hour, the whistle has a command who is in charge of it to send one particular signal. You will know that the old side of blowing the whistle has been dissolved. You carry that one again, a new method will come in. Let me tell you, could Nigerian government get it immediately? They are under attack and know that the whistle the side has changed. It depends on us and the smart and the code that we are using and who is in charge to control the whistle and give signal, depending on what is happening at that moment. That is how it's going to work. If we are here and we are thinking this way, as no name or Simba. So if we think the government is corrupt and this and that, they might play the thing and we cannot use it. See, even if they collected 10 from our people, once, listen, when you are in a group and people are under to attack or to arrest somebody, when one of you is being lost in the movement, what will happen? If you can find his body, one person will carry it on the shoulder. You will use one hand and hold your arm. Another will be protecting, you will be in the middle. So using that one hand to defend yourself and also defend the dead body. Because of they shot him dead, are you going to leave him? So because of the government is going to, and because of the shot one person down, the other day, all the army and all the group will be vanished. Is it how we're going to do it? We are going to be implementing every strategy depending on what is coming to us. As they come, we change. As they come, we change until the final day. That is how we are going to. So survival whistle has come to in the midst of us to help us. But you must help yourself, because they said when you mismanage survival whistle, it also puts your own life in danger. Because now, the code actually, attack. They also attack you who are in the midst of them. We will not expose everything. There is still, that's why I said, as the day are going, we are going to be learning on platforms how this survival whistle works, so you can also educate your people in the homeland. Maz, thank you. We move.
Thank you, Mazi. Asa ana m ewere ohere a na-enye gị mic si gị were ụmụ Biafra ihe nwere ịgwa ha today ka anyị gbapụ ya ọsọ ife anyị agbacha. Ndewo. Asa ama m na ịnọ na kitchen, no problem, continue.
Off and on. They were ABC. What a wonderful outing today. Thank you so much, Mazi Chino, our lecturer. Mazi Chino, our lecturer. The platform Real Biafra TV, because Biafrans. It is our responsibility to subscribe to this channel so that you can be getting more information, real information from this channel, so that no one will ever deceive you again with nonsense, feeding you with nonsense. Real food is here in Real Biafra TV. Imanasi, if you are not informed, you get deformed. So that is, oh God. So for you not to be deformed, go to Real Biafra TV to get the real information so that you will not be deformed. So Biafrans, this program today. I know some of us still have so many questions bothering them concerning this survival vessel. The last question, I so much thank the person that asked the last question. It's a very, very important question. I know most of us have the same question, in mind to ask. And I thank my brother Chino. Honestly, you did a good job answering that question. And that was why I said in life, everything has advantage and disadvantage. When you weigh the advantage and disadvantage, and the disadvantage is little and the advantage is more, go. Because that's the meaning of that. So I just want to use this opportunity again to send message and to ask our government. First of all, let me thank our government for this move. It's a very good one. Now, to send my message, please, one thing is to introduce this survival vessel. Another is to teach or lecture or do a kind of seminar orientation on how to use it, community by community, so that people will get acquainted on how best to use this survival vessel, so that why we introduce ya to us. Misuse ya. Knowing the kind of zoo country our oppressors So Biafrans, thank you so much. Anyị agaghị ejikwe mgbagbu ghara ọgụ. O nwee ihe ọwụ nọ n'ụwa na-enweghị bad and good. Ịghọtago, even gorilla war. Huh?
Even guerrilla warfare, there is advantage on it also.
Of course. So the good thing is this: our government is following the international laws, and they have met all the criteria. We have redeclared the most important thing to redeclare our nation. Now we are taking all these necessary steps to be recognized internationally, globally. So I thank our government, more grace, more wisdom. I thank our media, both independent media and government media. Asị m onye ọwụna jidenụ nke unu ji biko na ụmụnne m. Ọsọ a anyị agbawago ya, anyị agbafee n'emedụ, anyị eruwego n'isi, anyị ga-agbaruriri ya n'isi. Anyị ga-agbaruriri ya n'isi. Yes. Ihe ọbụla ndị ọbụla na-ekwu n'akụkụ, all those never do well, fault finders without solution. That's who they are. Fault finders without solution. Do not listen to them. When they tell you this is not good, ask them which one is good. Then they must have something before they can criticize the other. That is me. You can't throw away what you have before replacing it. You must replace it. Then you know that one is no more useful again. For the fact you don't have an alternative, that one is still your best. It's still your best as far as I'm concerned. That's the way I reason. You don't throw the old one before getting the new one. You must have something to replace it and make sure that one you want to replace it with is the best, is better than the old one before you can talk of replacing it. That is the way of life. If you don't follow that way, you are telling yourself, you are not telling yourself the truth, and you are deceiving yourself. And the worst thing in life is for you to deceive yourself. And that the Oranjo is deceiving herself. She knows that what she is dishing out there is out of hatred embodied in her, out of hatred. Not that she doesn't know the truth. She knows. And all of them, Obieze, so many of them, they knows the truth. DOS them, they know. They know. So, my dear brothers and sisters, thank you so much for coming around to listen to this information. Mazi Chino, more thanks to you. Dalo Mazi.
We thank you, Okabiam, to keep us alive. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you, Asa. Onyeka Christ. There is nothing like Anambra nation in Biafran land. So have that in your mind. And if you can send this message to Soluti, he will hear you out. There's nothing like that. So have that in mind. Thank you.
Nothing like that.
Yes, nothing like that.
Yes, Master Lion, we will convene in the evening time. Well, after we will talk, then we know the time we will come back again to handle one or two things. That time we're not going to waste much time. We just go straight to a danger of falling back after declaration of a new state. It's going to take us 2 hours. We summarize everything and we move. Thank you so much. Let me have a little rest till that time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I greet the viewers and I greet the commentators and I greet the likers and I greet the ones that are sharing. May Chukwu Kabiama bless and sanctify you people in the name of Chukwu Kabiama. He say, Nekwenu nnemu, owu nnemu dị here. Onye mere ka m nọrọ here today. Akụ na afọ ya, ana m achụ Chukwu Kabiama ya ọgba ya ume. Nye m na-arịọ n'isi ya ogologo ndụ na arụ isi ike. Today, aga m afụkwa ya akwa, aga m afụ ya nne ka nne, afọ mụrụ Biafra. And the Masunu Biriko, no, all the Biafrans, Biriko, I love you all.